Colleen, are you connected to my Wi-Fi? No. Are you sure? Okay.
Chill.
Are we here?
Are we live?
I think we live.
Hey, I don't have
Hey.
any soundboards right now.
It's so good. It's hard to have a soundboard when you go live, isn't it?
Look at this. This is Is there any way to make it
But
gallery mode?
nonetheless,
Can we make it gallery mode?
is it?
Only Kyle could do that, right?
That's a good question. I think he might have had to do it at the start of it though.
Well, this
Kyle,
would be a good
can you
time to
comment on
stop,
that?
right?
Yeah, it would be. Because that's gonna be a whack.
Kyle,
Can you hear us? He walked away. He went to.
this is my favorite podcast in the world. Listen, yo, sometimes you just gotta enjoy these moments because I don't know, man. You know, global warming. Look, it's 60 degrees and it's about to be December, so you know.
Is it really?
Yeah, it was 60 degrees today. It was crazy.
Yo, Kyle. Yeah.
All right, well,
Yeah,
you
man.
know. Look, it's 60 degrees. It is. Oh, I can hear myself.
Yeah, my fault. I turned it on.
Yo.
This is a great. Yo, Kyle.
Can you make a gallery mode, sir?
You would have to restart the whole thing, right?
To do what?
To put it on gallery mode, because it's not on gallery mode.
No.
Oh, you could just change it? Nice. All right. Well, that whole intro was. Welcome, y'all, to the Can't Focus podcast.
Yeah, I forget how you know how many people are in the chat.
You look at how many are watching.
Got it. It's been a minute. It has been a minute.
You gotta like go on your phone or something like that. Yeah.
All right.
But what up, world? We are out of gallery mode. Beautiful. So this is the Can't Focus podcast where we focus on everything and nothing at the same time. I go by the name of Alive, and you can find me at Alive Rap. So I shout out Mr. Martin Hopeful, who will obviously introduce himself in a few minutes. And
what up,
individual here.
It's your boy, Kano Music, aka. I forgot my AKAs. I'm not that smooth off the top. Let's see. Knowledge attracts new opportunities effectively. That's it. That's all I got today. There's more though. There is more.
That's about it. Yeah, that's about it. I'm sure there is. We just don't know what it is right now. That's
right. All. No, I should practice.
But
that.
You can find him at
Kano Music. Crazy.
You can find him at. There you go.
See that? Look at the alley-oop.
Look at the alley.
Do you know? I forgot to call you guys today. I was thinking maybe this was like a badly placed podcast today.
Yeah.
Live. Yeah, because in about an hour, it's gonna be like a culturally historic moment where everybody's watching the same thing.
Oh my gosh. You're completely right. I completely forgot.
Yeah.
I wasn't gonna buy the pay-per-view.
I'm not buying
however,
it either.
However, I did consider it.
I was gonna steal it though, because I'm really good at stealing things.
I feel like a lot of people are likely gonna be doing that. Yeah. I could see that happening. But yeah, Mike Tyson versus who?
Roy Jones Jr. Yo, do you live with us? Like, you be on Earth too? Like,
yo, I knew it was happening. Can you just give me a break? I knew it was happening.
No,
like, at least
cool.
I knew it was happening, right?
But you know, do you understand that for you, that's like a big step and it's crazy? For you to like exist, but do you not understand how insane that is? That you can exist and then be like, oh yeah, Mike Tyson's fighting again, whatever. Like, that's insane, yo. You're like, you should be happy I even know who Mike Tyson is. What?
Exactly. Yeah, you really should.
Like, what do you do?
Honestly, fam,
you better be working on a novel or something. Like, you be lost, bro.
I really do be lost. I
Yeah.
really do be lost. I really don't I don't know, man. I don't know how y'all keep up with everything. I feel like I get exhausted real quick.
Yo, you know what would make a lot of sense right now? If you go live on the live raps and I go live on Kano Music, we go live with each other and we'll talk to each other here and there.
All right, let's do it.
I'm gonna go live first. Woo. Yo, so Black Friday is a whole weekend thing, right?
Yo, I'm kind of looking forward to Cyber Monday though, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I want to see if there's gonna
Is
be
Martin
any
live with somebody
sales.
else? Oh, you
He was live with me, yeah, but I no longer am. I left him for you. So
wow. 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 Wow.
yo, I'm
Human
watching a
resources.
video. Oh,
Human
oh,
resources.
oh, I'm watching a video of what are they grabbing? Is it diapers? Like people storming into a store, and this woman snatched like a box from this little kid, just
Yo, I
snatched
can't go
it.
live.
This is wild. I hope this is not COVID. I hope this is really pre-COVID. No one's
I
wearing a
wonder if our
mask.
guest is like still there or just checked out.
No. They're always still there. They love us.
We will be on
Um,
screen at the same time. He's just right now promoting on the Instagram.
yes.
We will be.
But yeah.
I'm live.
Um,
I'm live.
we all the way live.
Yeah, boy. What up, what up, what up, what up, world? Yes,
Who's
sir.
on Can't Focus Pod? If Martin is on, right?
All right. Whoever is managing our Instagram page, shout out to you. Who
someone someone has hacked our Instagram page and
only
joined
only
your
three. I
live.
can only think of one other person.
Yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. Oh, it must be Martin because he hopped off of his live.
So he's on two devices.
I
All right.
yeah, I guess so. I put a request in, by the way.
From Can't Focus.
No, from me.
I got a request from
But
Can't
yeah,
Focus.
man. So for anyone who's watching right now, we are gonna get into this in a
Bro,
few
you're
minutes.
Can't Focus, I think.
Am I? Oh snap! I am.
All right, let's. Oh. Wow.
That's funny.
Did it work?
Wait, but no. How did a live raps join if I'm on Can't Focus? And now I'm a live raps. The heck is going on with my phone, bro? Anyway, it is yeah. So
Listen,
for
we are
anyone
live
watching
right now.
for anyone watching, we are getting ready to speak about um some things that's going down
We got a guest
from this
today.
week. We got a guest today we're very excited about. We will be
I feel like
talking
I've
to
known this
talented
person my entire
Samaya.
life.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
probably have. We will be talking to talented Samaya. We're gonna be getting an in-depth understanding of COVID and school nowadays. Something that people
Yo, it's
aren't really
saying it's
talking
waiting
about.
for you to go live on the Instagram. It's not. It's waiting
Yeah,
for live raps.
something's going on. I'm gonna switch over. But yeah, so we are looking forward to this. We also are gonna be talking about Obama. Obama recently had an interview with
On the Breakfast Club.
the Breakfast Club.
Yes,
And also we're
we
going
live
to
on the
be
YouTube right now.
we live on the YouTube right now, and we are going to be talking
Link in bio.
also about we're going to also be talking about some other stuff that's going on this week. We're going to be touching on the Grammys. The Weeknd made some headlines for
Drake
calling
too.
the Grammys out. Oh, did Drake? Oh, okay. Didn't know that one, but yeah. So we're looking forward to all these conversations, and we want to thank y'all for joining us. Yo, I see you got the chair.
I do. I got the chance. Very I don't know the word. Agromatic. Arogomatic.
Ergonomic.
Wow.
Ergonomic. Yeah. Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. So you're not going to try to
Yeah.
go in the live at all, right? That's not.
I'm trying.
How about you start the live and I request?
No. It's I already
I've already
did.
ended it.
Oh. Well, let's see what happens. But yeah, so yeah, for anyone who does not know, um Mr. Kano Music got a little gift there, that new chair.
Yes, sir.
Um,
Gifted by the homies.
yes.
The homies show that
And
love.
then yeah, I was it hard to put it together?
Nah, not really.
Straight like that. What up? I know y'all are gonna I saw that joint. Y'all are gonna watch the fight tonight. Very nice, very nice. Who you banking on? I mean Tyson. Like
Wait, how come
I
I
feel like
can't?
everyone's banking on Tyson. Am I bugging? I don't know much about boxing, but I feel like that would be the norm. Like everyone would bank
Listen,
on Tyson.
if Roy Jones doesn't die tonight, I'm gonna be surprised.
Yo, both these dudes are mad old. Like they're old. However, Tyson, he looks like a monster, bro.
No, listen,
So
Roy Jones might die tonight.
Roy Jones might. I feel like Tyson's gonna come in and just, especially for the people, I feel like he's gonna try to break his neck or something. Like, I feel like that's the case. Straight like that, just so you know, we are live on YouTube right now. We're going to be discussing a few things, possibly a poorly placed night due to the Tyson fight. However, if you could join us for a little bit, we'd always love and appreciate the love that you could give. We're going to be talking about the Obama interview with the Breakfast Club recently. We're going to be discussing about the Grammys, and recently, you know, what's been happening with that. Drake and The Weeknd called them out. And also we got a special guest on. Talented Samaya is going to be talking to us about what it's like being a child going to school during COVID, which is pretty wild. So yeah, feel free to join us if you're able to. But yeah, it's been it's pretty crazy that we're seeing two guys. I really don't know much about Roy Jones, to be honest with you. And I know, Kano, that might not come as a surprise to you.
Nope. I'm actually surprised you know who Roy Jones is.
I've heard of his name before. I have.
So crazy.
I don't know much about him.
One day I'm gonna make a list of athletes, and I just want to know, like, if you know them. Like,
I guarantee you, like a good handful of them, I'm not gonna know at all.
Like, you know Floyd Mayweather,
I'm just
right?
not. I know Money Mayweather. Yep.
You know Manny Pacquiao.
I know Pacquiao. Counterpunch.
You know, like, Canelo Alvarez.
Nope. You lost me.
Okay.
Completely lost me.
Nah, okay. Nah, you know what? It's if I go back to the time where you were still part of, like, you know, out here, you might know the people.
I might.
Like, same thing for basketball, right? Like, you don't know who Karl Anthony Towns is, right?
Karl Anthony who?
Towns. That's crazy, son.
No,
Yo,
I don't
you
know.
own the TV though, right? Like, you have the availability.
I do. I do. I have a 65-inch. It's beautiful. I would love for you to see it, actually. Who's that? Is that Malik? Malik, what up, man? We are live right now on the YouTube, on Can't Focus Podcast YouTube channel. We're going to be discussing a few things. We got a guest on talking about what it's like to be a student in COVID. And we're also going to be talking about Grammys and Obama's recent interview with the Breakfast Club. So join us on the YouTube channel if you are able to do so. But yeah, I don't know, man. I don't.
Hey, Malik is on the YouTube.
Hey, Malik. Good
Listen,
looks, bro. I'm actually logging on my computer right now so I can see who's on the chat.
it's 8:25. We might should like kick it off
Yeah.
because I did
Absolutely.
want
I
to see
agree.
Mike Tyson kill Roy Jones.
When does it start?
The fight starts at 9, but there's like undercard, so I'm assuming like around 10.
Around 10. Okay.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
around 10. Is that like a versus start time or like a real start time? Like
No,
how do
I
they
don't
do
know.
that?
This is it's new. It's California State Athletic Commission. I don't know how they do. Um, listen, man.
That's
I
true.
I think and I think the rounds are shorter. I think it's 2 minute eight rounds, so it might be earlier. I'm hoping it's 10. Cause like if you old enough, you remember that Mike Tyson, he could be so quick that like you just go like, yo, I'm gonna go grab the chips real quick, and then the fight is over. You like, it was 12 seconds.
Ah,
Like, how'd you do that, Mike? Like, you know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I hope it's
Yeah,
not one of
very
those.
true.
And also it's Roy Jones. Roy Jones was only a heavyweight one fight. He was only a heavyweight for one fight. So he might kill him. I don't understand why they fight him. Actually, I think this is what happened, right? I think they came to both of them and it was like, yo, you want to do an exhibition match? And Roy Jones was like, exhibition with Mike Tyson? Yeah, that's like, we like play fighting, basically, kind of. Like, you know what I'm saying? And then Mike Tyson was like, I don't play fight. And like, so look like he really out, he going for like the title again. Like he looked like that. Like if you see
Yeah.
him in interviews, yeah, he looked like it's a title fight for him.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Every time I see him on the interview, he's like, I'm ready to break some jaws. I was like, all right, like this guy's like really going in. Like
like
he's taking off his
everything
shirt. He's
everything I've read is like they have tried to make it the most like not competitive exhibition ever. They're like, yo, there is no winners really. Like y'all both get a title at the end of this. No knockouts. You ended it live? No knockouts. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm going to Can't Focus.
But whew, it's gonna be sick, man. How you gonna tell a guy like Iron Mike no knockouts? You gonna knock him out? Appreciate it straight like that.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like I don't understand why Roy Jones is stepping into this. I don't know.
Yeah, man.
Maybe he just thinks that he's got something to do here, like, but yeah, man. I'm going live and Can't Focus. But yeah, we can get started. We're gonna start talking about this. And yeah, Martin, I don't know if you want to introduce yourself, good sir.
Yo, if our guest is still there, you want to like unmute and make a sound so I know you awake?
Who? Martin?
No, the other guest.
I'm here, y'all.
Do I have to call my guest?
Is that a usual?
You may have to call your guest. It's our fault. We should have been ready a while ago.
Nah, they never fought before, and Roy Jones said that's why like he wanted to fight him because people would ask him, be like, "Yo, you ever fought Mike Tyson? You ever fought Mike Tyson?" And he was like, "Gotta fight him now." But if you, hey, what up?
It wasn't unmuted.
All right. Hold on. Go back on mute. Still a surprise. Now, if it was just an exhibition, man, it'd be one thing. But like you can see, he's scared. Maybe not scared, but in the weigh-in, like if you look at the weigh-in, yo, you look at Roy Jones' face, he looked like, whew.
So
I
Roy
made a
waits till he's
mistake.
old. He absolutely did. This is not a good idea in any stretch of the imagination. It's good for the people.
Let me see the Vegas odds.
All right.
What's the odds?
Yeah, it's good. It's good for the people, but yeah. But let's get started here, man.
Yo, the odds aren't
Martin,
that crazy, yo.
For Roy to win?
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously not the favorite, but it's not that crazy.
Interesting.
He's a plus 180. I thought it would be crazier than that.
Yeah. You guys probably already said this, but you know that they ain't doing no knockouts.
Yeah, but how you gonna tell Mike Tyson not to knock you out?
I don't know. How old is Mike Tyson anyway? How
54,
old
I think.
Oh,
It's like, yeah, he's in his 50s. Yeah.
Is it even okay for them to box?
It's okay for Tyson to box. Tyson's an animal.
Man, I got that right on the head. Pause. Roy Jones is 51. That's crazy.
Yeah, he hands down. Tyson.
It's crazy, man. These dudes
Tyson could go against anyone.
These dudes about to duke it out, and they had like warm milk and butter crunch cookies at the end. It's that age. All right, you ready to kick this off?
Let's kick this off, baby.
Yeah. Yo. Welcome to the most famous podcast that you never heard of.
That's right. This is the Can't Focus podcast. The best kept secret that we're screaming out. It's the Can't Focus podcast where we focus on everything and nothing at the same time. I go by the name of Alive. You can find me at Alive Raps.
It's your boy Kano Music.
And what it is, what it do, what it be like. Whoop, child. It's your boy Martin Hopeful. You can find me at Martin Hopeful.
Man, I wish there was somebody on here that could do the tag real quick.
Oh,
someone that go, this the Can't Focus podcast. I can't focus.
I wonder who could do that.
Probably not even paying attention. You was supposed to come on camera.
My bad.
Nah, I thought she was supposed to come on camera too. Like the way you said that, I would have.
I was
perfect timing.
All right, come back on. Yeah. What up?
What up?
What up? What it is? What it do? What it be like?
Who we talking to?
Oh, hi. I'm talented Samaya. You can only find me on TikTok.
Do your parents know you here, child?
My parents?
Yeah.
Yo, you said my parents?
That's funny to you?
It is.
So for anyone wondering what in the world are we doing, this is talented Samaya. You may know her from our recent introductions on our podcast. Samaya, can you do that introduction for us?
It's the Can't Focus podcast. I can't focus.
That's right. That's right.
It sounds so much better live.
Yes. Whoever like knows the podcast and has been listening to us and stuff like that, they will quote that right there. Like it is absolutely a quotable. So
appreciate that.
Excellent job, Samaya. And shout outs to her father, which is Mr. Kano Music up here.
Yeah.
So we're gonna kick things off in this way, all right? So for those watching, we are yes, okay, go ahead.
Now, before we get into that, right? I just want to say thank you, Samaya, for the tag. That is really Absolutely. I didn't think it was gonna be that what's the word I'm looking for?
Important?
Nah, not important. Something that people like, Joe said, wherever people hear it, they're like, that's something they come back with, like memorable. It's one of the most memorable parts of the brand. So, appreciate you.
I appreciate you too, talented Samaya. Thank you.
You're welcome.
We all appreciate you very much, Samaya, including myself. Thank you so much for sacrificing the vocal cords so that you could make us famous. I appreciate you.
Check this out, yo, Samaya.
She's already
kind of she kind of doing us a favor.
You're right. No, she definitely is, hands down.
For anybody wondering, Samaya is an influencer. She's Sam. Are you verified on TikTok? No, right?
Sadly, I'm not.
Okay, not verified, but you do monetize TikTok. That I know because I had to set that up for you.
Oh, you get a little pocket change on TikTok?
Oh,
a little bit. Whoa. How many followers you got on the TikTok?
This man said TikTok.
200.
25,200?
Yes.
It sounded like you said 5,000, but I know it's 25. 25,200.
Are you serious? That's yo.
And
what are we doing wrong?
it's been a little bit. It's been a little bit of a struggle for her because recently TikTok has been cracking down on child accounts, which is cool. I'm fine with that. Except that, part of their site says that like if a parent is monitoring the account or managing the account and gives consent, that child could then continue to run that account, right? And I've tried to contact them as much as I can. I've reached out to them. It seems like they're just running on like rules without anybody really doing anything over there. So she's kind of been shadow banned from the For You page, which is like the Explorer feed or the browser feed for YouTube. So she's been able to amass like this real large fan base without a For You page, which is kind of crazy if you think about it.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Samaya, how long did it take for you to build up a following of over 25,000 on TikTok?
So I got TikTok in early November and I hit my first milestone, which was 100 in around December. And from December to about, I would say October, I've had 25,000 followers from that range.
Wow. So about a year, right?
About, yeah.
What was the easiest to get to?
Bro.
Was it easier to get to 100, 1,000, 5,000, 10,000?
Okay, so it was really easier for me to go to 5,000 to 6,000 and everything, like 7,000 to 8,000. But it was hard for me the first time to get to 100, and it's been harder for me to gain more followers, especially because they have a limit on who you could follow and everything. So
yeah, I remember around December she was like really hyped when she would be like at 30 followers, and then like a day would go by, and she'd be like, "Dad, I got 31," and I'd be like, "Wow, this kid's never getting to 1,000." And she's like, "Yo, you think I get to 1,000, Dad?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you get to 1,000." But in the back of my mind, I'm like, like when she's 15, we get like every 2 days we get like one person, but like, yo,
that's our numbers.
Here's the
That's our
here's the thing, man. Here's the thing. I went to school for marketing, right? I told somebody this. She puts in the work. Like I've never seen. Like you could talk about conceptually growing your social media account, but a lot of the work that goes behind it is crazy. And somebody doesn't even look at it as work, right? Like the first one is content, right? She is out here curating the content. Like she'll shoot. What do you do? Like 20 videos in one day? You could do like 20 videos in one day, and then she'll pick like the best 2. And then she'll delete a bunch because she'll be like, nah, not that, not that, not that, not that. So she's out here curating the content, right? And then she's like developing ideas. So she stays consistent. And then on her own, I didn't even teach her this. She figured this out on her own. She was like, yo, I got to post at certain times because that's when my actives are more active. So she gets the most engagement from the people already following her.
Yeah, I don't know if Kano is sounding like a good manager or a proud dad, but I'm guessing both.
Nah, it was crazy though, because I wanted to tell her, and I never told her this. I wanted to tell her, like, yo, it's not that easy. It's you're not gonna hit 1,000. Like, it's not that easy, but it was for her. Like, she kept doing the work. She kept doing the work, and the first 2 months were a grind. Like, you started it early November. You didn't hit like 200 until middle of January.
yeah.
So those first 2 months was a grind for you, and then it just paid off. It just the followers kept rolling in and rolling in. And it was like, there was an effect. Now, granted, she has more time than a lot of people do, but yo, that's a full-on job. That's social media management is a job,
and eventually it's a huge investment because when she continues to grow, she's gonna keep raking in the big bucks.
I've only made $7.
Well, we didn't have to tell everybody how oppressive TikTok is.
They paid me $0.01 for 1,000 views. So
1 cent
I
for every 1,000 views.
I think Talented Samaya needs to come back on here to talk about how unfair the social media world is. With 25,000 and you're making $7, that ain't right, homie. The numbers don't add up.
All right, let me.
But that's coming from somebody who's on. This is coming back from a group of people who has like what 94, hopefully now 95 subscribers on YouTube. And
I'm about to get to 1,000 followers on Instagram, and I'm gonna be so happy. Malik said, "Let's go, Samaya." I'm quoting that all the time now in reference to the tag. Is catchy. That's the new phrase. Emmanuel said, "All right, here we go." Malik said, "Don't underestimate, bro." And he wants to know how old you are, Samaya.
I am 10. I turned 10 in August. Late
Copy.
August.
happy belated,
Very belated.
super belated, indefinitely. But you know, one of the reasons why Samaya is on here is not only because she's a great influencer, but she also is going to give us the scoop and the lowdown on what's going on in her school in particular about the coronavirus. So Samaya, I do have a question.
Yes.
Not what school you go to, but what kind of school do you go to?
Go to private school.
Okay, it's a private school at the moment. All right. And how are you like in terms of coronavirus as a kid, how is living in this world with this
Wait,
whole
time out. Let me interject. The distinction between private school and public school, for those who are not aware or don't have kids, or just don't know, public schools have had a really, really hard time getting into the classroom this year. I believe some public schools didn't even make it to in person, and if they did, it was very few days. Whereas Samaya's school from September has been physical. She has been in there. But just like all schools last year around March, they did shut down. I think that was every school, right? That was Catholic, that was private, that was all of them, public, all that. So that's one of the reasons, that Martin asked his question, is because Samaya has been physically going to school since September. My bad, Kyle.
That's all good. That's actually perfect. You're right. Definitely to dive deep into that, exactly the significance about private school and public school. But definitely, Samaya. So, how is it being a kid living in this world full of coronavirus?
Crazy.
Yeah, like how do you feel about
how are you functioning?
Seeing everything you've seen on social media? I know you're very perceptive as well. So like how's it how are you doing it?
I'm well, I'm doing very well with the situation. It's just I don't like it at all. I want to see my friends. I want to stay at their house. I want to go to birthday parties. It's just I can't. It's everything. Everything's like gone.
Sam, use the mic.
Am I using it?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
It was just below, like. So like everything, I feel like everything's gone now. Like all the privileges we had before March and everything. So.
Yeah.
When did you first? When do you remember the first time hearing about the coronavirus?
So I think it was around February, and we went to school that day, and my friends were like freaking out, like, oh my god, there's a case in Washington, like we're so close. One case. So that's when.
So you didn't think it was going to be anything close to what it was now?
I did not actually. That was when spring break was coming, something like that, and my friends were talking about going to Hawaii or something like that, and I was like, oh, I want to do something fun, and then it got canceled.
Fun got canceled. Everything fun got canceled.
Yeah, we were supposed to go to LA. I don't know if you remember.
Yeah, we were.
Yeah.
And this summer we were supposed to go to Spain.
Yeah.
Wow. You guys do a lot more than I do.
That's crazy how something like coronavirus like literally stops and halts all plans. Did they even have this is a good question for Kano? Did they even have any like refund on I'm getting your money back for them tickets that you got for LA, or
No, I didn't get them. I didn't get them.
Oh,
I didn't buy them. But I do know people who had for LA, not for LA, for San Fran, and the planes were not giving the money back. The airlines were not.
that's
Yeah.
crazy.
They give you credit though. You get credit.
Oh, okay. Okay, that's not bad. That's not bad. So you can use that credit to be able to fly anywhere you want.
You go to Mexico now, baby.
But you know what though? I can imagine that in a pandemic, you could actually rather the money. Like, give me the money back. Like, it's a pandemic going on. People are losing their jobs. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
Like, I would imagine that a lot of people would just rather the couple hundred. You know? So
yeah.
But that is crazy. Samaya, are you so when your school did shut down at one point, right? Like, when was that? Do you remember when? Was it before summer? Well, obviously it wasn't in summer, but yeah.
Okay, so my school shut down in March, early March. I think, okay, so we were supposed to go to school the next Friday, which was tomorrow. Well, you know what I mean? Not tomorrow, but like, and everyone was so excited because they said there's no school tomorrow, and everyone, and then after that Friday, it was spring break, and then spring break ended March 31st, and after that, everyone thought we were going back to school. No, they said we were doing online until April 20th. No, we're doing online until the end of the school year.
You know what's funny about that, Samaya? So let me ask you, how did it feel to be told, okay, everything's going back to normal in a few weeks? And then the few weeks come and they're like, okay, by May, definitely by May, everything's going to be back to normal. And then May comes by and they're like, by summer, July tops, we'll figure this out. And now we're like in November and we're like, maybe next year? How does that feel?
Feels like the whole world's a lie.
Indeed, I would feel the same way.
The whole world is a lie.
I would feel that way. Definitely.
We all are going through that though right now. I remember when like, you'd watch the news and they'd be like, yo, all we need is 2 weeks of quarantine for everyone. 2-week quarantine, maybe 4, just a week to cover the 2 weeks each, and we're back to normal. And now we're like, so here's the second wave. It's deadlier than the first.
Yep.
And you're like, wait, what? I thought y'all said what's happening? So no one knows what's happening, Sam.
No one.
Yeah. So now, how about your friends and stuff, right? You guys are home. Let's say March, April, May. How are you guys? Are you still interacting with them? How are you interacting with them? How are you guys learning together? How's homework? What's class looking like? What's happening?
Is it weird?
It was weird. We were interacting. We would we only had like one class a day, and then like special classes every day, like music or PE or something like that. So we would have our first class around like 9, then our second class around 12ish, and then after that we did homework, and then we would like go on FaceTime and all that stuff. But about the work, for like a good week, I was putting in my assignments, all that. Nothing went through. Nothing at all. Like all my homework for that week.
We almost fought because I got an email. I got an email from her teacher saying, "Yo, Samaya hasn't done any of her assignments." And I was like, "What?" And I was like, "Yo, Sam, I gotta holler at you real quick. What happened?" And then she's like, "Wait, I did it." And then she showed me, and I was like, "Oh, all right, so."
I'm not gonna flip you today. All right,
my bad.
So it's safe to say that just even the teachers adjusting to this new work style was,
and the parents.
And the parents being parents got to be teachers. So Kano, how does it feel? How does it feel to be a teacher and a dad?
I'm so happy the school's open right now.
And a hip hop artist all in one.
I'm so happy school's open right now. You know what it's like for your child to be 10 years old and be like, "Yo, Dad, do you know how to bond these covalent bonds, these covalent chemical bonds together? Are you like, what? And she's like, yo, Dad. Yo, she asked me wild questions. Samaya, what are you doing in school that I don't know?
What? Oh, well, so, well,
It's not important. It's a lot of it's a lot of stuff where I'm like, oh man, I gotta relearn math, like all of it, like everything, and then teach it to her, and then she'll be like, "You're a terrible teacher. I don't understand anything you just taught me."
Yo,
So now we both on a YouTube. We both like on Khan Academy. Like, oh, that's how you do that. We like. I feel like I'm in class with her. And we both learning.
Yo, no lie. I feel like when I was in I'm sorry, I was trying to type in a password for this app. When I was working in a school, in an elementary school too, I remember I was trying to fake the funk. You know what I mean? Like I was helping this kid with math, and like I'm like, yeah. So we gotta a teacher just taught it too, so I don't know how I wasn't following. And then I was trying to like make it up as I go, and then the kid looks at me. He looks up at me and turns to me. He's like, Mr. Joe, you're really bad at this. I was like, dang, son. I was like, maybe you pay attention. You know what you do. And I walked away. But yeah, no, I was really terrible at it. So I can only imagine for you being like, that's 24/7 for you, Jay. That's crazy. I mean, Kano.
Yeah. And she's doing Singapore math. So it's kind of like Common Core, but not really. The only thing I don't like about Singapore math is how they apply it in the abstract, because I never had to do that. So then like when they do it, I'm just like, somebody be like, is that right? And I'd be like, I don't know. I have no idea.
Singapore math.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't have a backpack with me though.
That is crazy.
Oh.
That's a whole new world for me. I was bad at math when I was somebody's age anyway. So
I was bad
Singapore
at
math. I don't know.
I was bad at math when it was American math. So
that's funny.
It's
a different way of learning math. It's like you learn in the practical, then they give you, I forget the second part. It's like some tools you learn, and then you learn it in like abstract, so you can understand math conceptually when it's not just asking you for an answer.
So one next question, Samaya, we could definitely dive into this too.
Wait, hold up. How did you interact with friends and stuff? Like, you're not in a classroom. How do you guys talk?
So we are in a classroom. What do you mean?
From March, April, May, June, you're not in the classroom.
So I said that we would go on FaceTime and like stuff and text.
So you have group chats and stuff?
A lot of people made group chats over the summer. I
so these
100.
Were group chats like a big deal before the pandemic, or did they just become way more important afterwards?
Oh, let me tell you a story about the first group chat. The first group chat. So it was a Girl Scout trip, and the Girl Scouts were going to an overnight museum. The first group chat with a lot of people was made for them to show it on FaceTime. The first group chat, they added everyone in the class except for the person who didn't have a phone, which I only know one person who didn't have a phone at the time. They were texting for so long. I swear, texted, spamming, all that stuff, and people were yelling at each other like, dude, can you stop texting? I'm like... Yeah, that was like the only group chat.
And then after the pandemic, you guys had a bunch of group chats. You guys were doing, they were like meeting using the school video conference application. So like we got an email from the school going, hey, can listen, we're like really happy that the kids want to like meet, but can you like have them use like Zoom or Skype or something? Because they're using the school software.
I was gonna say, like, I was like, oh, was it for that, just to chill? But I guess not.
No.
Nah.
School's not providing a way for you to chill.
So people got in trouble for, so there's chat rooms. It was only used to chat with the teacher. And people got in trouble for chatting in there. They were like chatting emojis and all that stuff.
Hilarious.
That's crazy.
Martin, you wanted to ask a question? Because I was going to as well, but I don't know if you're going to ask the same question.
About the president?
Something similar. I kind of wanted to know.
You can ask it.
Okay. Samaya, what do you like as you said you're 10 years old? Is that right? Okay. So you're 10 years old. What grade are you in?
Fifth.
You're in 5th grade. Okay. So you're kind of like a senior for in like a elementary school sort of way, right?
Her school's a little different. She's actually a freshman in middle school.
Oh, I'm sorry. See, I got taught American math.
Things have changed.
And we went through American grades as well.
That is true. Because 5th grade was like when you move into like 5th grade to 6th grade was the transition into middle school for me. So that's new for me. But continue with your question.
Yeah. So you're 10 years old. You're in 5th grade. When you look at our when you see the things that are going on in the country, like the COVID pandemic and all these things, what do you like? What comes to what are some things that come to your mind? Like, is it a little scary, everything that's been going on these past few months? Like the whole year 2020, I know has been just crazy, right? Yeah, there's the face. That's a GIF right there. So
that's a 2020 face.
Yeah, exactly. So what kind of thoughts come to your mind as you look back on the year? Like how have you been, like how do you see this year? Like how do you feel about it? What do you think about everything, not just COVID, but just everything going on at the same time, what kind of thoughts or feelings does it bring up for you?
That so much could happen in like such a short amount of time, because I bet in like 20 years 2020 is going to be like a whole textbook or something. Just
agreed.
Because everything happens so fast, like yeah, and like it's just it's I feel like I'm just expecting something bad to happen now, because everything happening now, like it's just gonna think something's gonna happen, and I really want this year to be over.
Yeah, I could feel you. Do you feel like your friends or your classmates would feel the same way about the whole year and looking back on it and stuff? Like, or are they more hopeful, or are some of them more negative about it? Like, what do you think you're seeing in your friends?
Okay, so some of my friends like don't care about COVID a lot. Like they take off their mask and.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I'm sorry. Come again?
Oh, I gotta do a follow-up question for that, but continue, Samaya.
And like some of them, like one of my best friends, she only leaves the house for school. That's it. She's been doing virtual dance, virtual everything for the last, I don't want to do math. What's March?
It's like 7-8 months now.
7-8 months now, and she only leaves for school when I don't know. Her parents take it very seriously. Well, some people in my school are like traveling somewhere or something.
Sheesh.
That's crazy.
Yeah, that is crazy.
But they do have to quarantine.
So
because we got an email that was like, "Oh, if you do travel, you have to quarantine," and they have this thing: if you're absent for more than 2 days, you have the doctor's note clearing you from COVID to come back. So the school's like also trying to like.
Right, but there's only so much that they could do.
Yeah.
So that was going to lead to my next question. Because now you're officially going back, right? Like that's what's happening right now, Samai. What's a normal school day during the pandemic? Because it's not even post-pandemic, because we're still in the pandemic. So, what's a normal school day like right now, as opposed to pre-pandemic? And how are the schools taking care of 6 feet between you guys and wearing masks and things like that?
Okay, so like in the beginning of the day, we either have a PE or a art or performing arts, which is the first period. And in gym, we have these spots, and there's red X's and green X's. Green X's is 12 feet apart, so we do that when we exercise, and when we're just sitting, waiting for an
Instructor.
Instruction. Like we sit on the red dot, which is 6 feet apart because we're not like doing anything. And then in performing arts, it's like very spread out. Some people in the performing arts can't even do what they usually do because they can't do the tune bow, the thingy blowing. You're not allowed to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And my singing teacher, she has to teach ukulele now because they can't sing inside. So
wow. That's crazy.
And the reason that they told us was because when you sing or when you like take really loud breaths, it's the range, if you have bacteria or virus, that it can spread out, it shoots farther.
Yeah.
So like it's like even 12 feet might not be safe if you're like singing. You know what I mean?
Are the students actually following these instructions?
The good kids.
What do you mean, fam? I send you there every day. What do you mean what's happening over there, yo?
I'm a good kid.
Right,
it's eye-opening for
I'm a good kid.
All you parents out there, just know that there are bad kids and good kids in your school, and that they're not following proper protocol. Right
Yo,
now.
tell on them. What are you doing? Tell.
You told me not to be a snitch.
This is how you parent me, and now you're getting upset because I'm following your parenting.
Nah, listen. When it comes to COVID, I want you to be Takashi. Okay. When it comes to COVID, I want you to be. You know what I mean? You point at everybody. Okay.
Yo.
He's not wearing a mask. He's 4 feet, not 6 feet. You feel me?
Oh my gosh.
Then offline it's gonna be like, yo, I told you not to snitch, right? Why are you acting like?
Oh, yo, why you snitching on me for?
Why are you snitching on them? I don't want to get a phone call that you snitching. That's it. Like if they don't want to wear the mask, leave them alone. All right.
That's hilarious.
Oh, that was funny.
That was hilarious. That was golden.
What would you say for you, Samai, is like kind of like the hardest thing to adjust now that you are back in school with this whole coronavirus thing? Like, what is the hardest thing for you to adjust to?
Keeping my mask over my nose.
Yo, I feel you, Samaya. That joint is annoying.
Yep.
So annoying. And if you have glasses, that joint fogs up your glasses.
Yeah,
oh my gosh.
Okay, so like it fogs up. So in gym, they try to keep it outdoors instead of indoors. And when they're mean, they make us run a mile. So like all that stuff in my field. And when we're running, when I breathe, my glasses just fog and I have no idea where I'm going. So yeah.
Yeah.
That's real.
Do you think, and forget that I'm your father for like 2 seconds. So be as honest as you can. Do you actually think COVID is dangerous?
Yes.
Or do you think like there's a hype?
What? That's dangerous.
Why do you say that?
It killed over 200,000 people in the USA.
Facts.
Yo, man, tell it to your president. Speaking of your president, how do you feel? How as a kid who's living in this COVID lifestyle?
MAGA, baby.
How do you feel?
Shut up.
Okay, that's exactly how you feel about Trump's administration care of the coronavirus. How do you feel about the president and how he's dealing with the coronavirus?
And Malik, we do see your question. I love it. We're gonna get to it in a second. Go ahead, Samaya.
He doesn't care. He had COVID and he took off his mask. Like that's why we're getting cases, because we're supposed to look up to you because you're our president. You're the leader of this country, and yet you're taking off your mask when you have COVID-19, knowing it's a deadly virus.
You don't think that's fake news?
What do you mean?
You don't think that's fake news?
What's fake?
Can we just sit in the fact that was an excellent answer by Samaya, hands down.
That he's not taking COVID serious. You don't think that's fake news?
Samaya is a unique 10-year-old, but she's a 10-year-old nonetheless. And the fact that she said all of that shows it's just pretty straightforward, guys.
Samaya, but how do you know that's not fake news though?
Because then they did their rally thing, and Biden put on his mask, and then Trump was saying these stuff like, oh, he always wears his mask, and he took it off, and then a week later, oh, look who got COVID.
Yeah, that's the debate. Yep. You're right.
I was at the debate.
Yes. You're absolutely right. Yeah, I do.
Yo, how do you know this? Like, I live with you, and I know you didn't watch the debate with me, so how do you know this?
Watch Inside Edition, the news place on YouTube.
Got it. No, I understand.
I watched
So hold
Inside
up.
Edition.
I was hoping she said I was watching the Can't Focus podcast, but you know what? I don't think we got into that deep, did we?
So Samaya, on your downtime, you just be watching Inside Edition?
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
I got it.
Excellent job. Yes, I agree with you, Samaya. If you are the president, you are to set an example, and how serious you take something like a pandemic is going to be how serious your loyal supporters take.
I have a question that I know the answer to already.
And hold on. You know what's also interesting is the fact that, according to Samaya, that is also passed down to the children's beliefs as well. The children
That was going to be my question.
Yeah, the children.
So you go to school with children. Yeah. They don't all feel the way you feel.
And
how serious do they take COVID? And what are their views on the president?
So let me just start off with. I forgot what I was going to start off with. Wait.
And be civil, please.
Be civil. So, I was about to say that too. Be civil.
So almost everyone in my class is Republican, except for 3 people, including me. I'm not Republican. They all say that Trump's doing very well, especially one girl. She said that Trump's handling COVID very well, and then they're saying when we're saying there's like the votes counting up, I guess I don't know, someone said it, and they were like, oh, the media doesn't decide who wins or something. So
yeah, they're 10, bro. They're 10. Like, this is showing us is that the parents hands down influence the children, the parents' beliefs, and the media that the parents consume, and everything that's talked about in the parents' household influences that child. They bring that to that school. And so much so, here's the trickle down effect. Follow this with me. The president does not take the pandemic as serious. He doesn't want to overblow it. He wants to downplay it, right? And he does that effectively. All his supporters, generally, for the most part, downplay it as well, saying that it's not that big of a deal. It's just like the flu and blah, blah, blah. And, they're not really wearing masks because their president's not really wearing masks. And therefore, the children don't really wear masks either. This is nuts to me, bro. This is nuts. What did Emmanuel say? Hold up. Malik actually had a question.
Yeah.
So Malik, actually, the question was for us, guys. Malik said, if we were back in school, like basically if we were in Samaya's shoes, would we have listened to the rules?
No.
I was a really well-behaved child.
No, you weren't.
I listened to everything my mother and father told me.
I've seen the videos of you when you were younger.
I was very respectful.
Samaya, we have not seen the videos of him when he was younger. Is there a way?
I need you to somehow
can
get
you
that over to
I was
us.
I was a very respectful young child.
Can you like send that to us, please? Somehow? That would be great.
I would follow all instructions.
I'll be honest, I wouldn't. I probably would be one of the first people to get coronavirus into my issues. And turn around and say, yo, our president's trash. I'd definitely say something like that. But then I would not have a mask on. I would not be 6 feet.
I got a question for y'all. Because
I'll be like,
so
how are we supposed to play? I want to play. I would have done stupid stuff.
Is that how you sounded?
Emmanuel said he never met a group of 10-year-olds who were Republican, right? But when somebody talks about politics, it's really crazy to me because with me and somebody 20 years apart. I was 10 when George Bush stole the election from Gore. And I remember that. And I remember being in the lunchroom and there was this one kid. I went to school in Brooklyn. I went to school with just black and Spanish kids. So it was no Republicans. It was one kid though. One black kid. He was Republican. He was the only one. And he was like defending Bush. And he got beat up.
Was his name Tatum? Was his name Tatum? His name was
Christopher.
First name Officer, last name Tatum?
Isn't that your friend? Wasn't Christopher your friend?
No, I got a friend named Christopher later on in high school. But this Christopher, I wish I knew his last name because I bet you he's like mad successful. He was like the smartest kid I knew. He was the first kid I knew. He was like 10 years old. He was the first kid I knew with the backpack with the wheel where you could just roll it like a suitcase.
Oh yeah,
yo, this dude likes to read. Yo, this kid was 10 years old reading the autobiography of Malcolm X.
Wow.
But we went to school in Brooklyn, so we would like take the book and just slap him with it. Because why you reading, son? What's wrong with you? Why you want to be different, yeah?
Why do you want to read for?
Yo, Samaya, I hope that your generation has gotten better than ours.
They have, yo. So, she tells me about all the things that kids can't say. Like I'll joke and she'll be like, "You can't say that no more." I'm like, "Yo, you can't." But we was in school.
This is definitely off topic, Samaya. This is super off topic, but I just have to ask now. So knowing that you guys, it seems like you guys are very politics aware, very socially aware of what's going on right now, and especially in your classroom. Do you guys have discussions about the injustices that's happening right now in the world? You know, with the recent stuff that's been happening with Breonna Taylor and stuff like that. Like, how's your school handling these conversations?
They don't know who that is.
Yo, put the microphone.
They don't know who that is.
Yikes.
Guess they're not handling it, huh? Wow. Did they say anything about like George Floyd or anything like that? No. So they haven't addressed any of the like racial injustices that have been going on in the world.
And it could be because she's young, so you know, like maybe they're not ready to talk about something like that.
Samaya, let me ask you this: Is your school? Are your classmates predominantly white? Are they mostly white kids?
All white except for me and my best friend.
Okay,
that's what you got to do. You got to stick together.
No, but I mean I guess that does say something, right? Like, because there's plenty of elementary schools throughout Brooklyn that even outside the school, they've painted murals to the people who have died to police violence, right? I've seen that throughout Brooklyn.
Sam, when you went to school in Brooklyn, were there white kids in your class?
No. I thought the Puerto Ricans were white kids, but then you told me.
Yeah, we do tend to look like those. Yep. Sorry.
I thought the Puerto Ricans were white.
Can't help it there. I was born like this. Yeah. I am in fact Puerto Rican, for anyone wondering. Yeah. Okay, so
okay, bro. Thank you.
Just putting it out there. So you're in a predominantly white school. They have not said anything whatsoever about Breonna Taylor, George Floyd, and as far as you know, they don't even, at least your classmates don't even know who those people are.
No, they do not.
Wow.
Just no.
They aware of Black Lives Matter?
Yes. Okay. I don't know if I should say it or not.
I don't think you should.
Okay. Do you know? Do you know?
You're gonna say all lives matter.
No. What? No, I was gonna say what you know V did with Black. Okay. Okay.
Nope. Don't do it.
Okay.
What if she?
I don't know what y'all talking about, but don't do it.
Wait. This is hot topic here. All right, we're on the verge of something. All right.
I'll say this.
Pop as a podcast. Go hit the hot topic.
Some of these kids live in such a bubble that they don't even know like
what
can be considered. What could be considered offensive or not to certain communities.
Why can't I say it? Because.
And I'll leave it at that.
Okay.
Doesn't even watch this.
Sean, what up? It's good. Thank you for joining us. For everyone who is with us, we just want to put you up to speed. We are the Can't Focus podcast, and we have our special guest, talented Samaya here, the daughter of Akano Music up here. And we are questioning her, just doing a little interview with her, because we are trying to understand.
She's a suspect?
Every interrogation.
I'm sorry. We're interviewing her to get her perspective of what it's like being in a COVID-19 world as a 10-year-old fifth grader, having to go to school and all that stuff. So,
So Sam, what's your ethnicity?
This is like where I'm from, right?
Yes.
I get confused with that too, I'll be honest.
Okay, so I'm from Daddy's from Guyana and El Salvador, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then my mom said I'm from Dominican Republic, so I'm a lot of Hispanic, and then West Indian.
So Latina and West Indian. All right. So
any other questions?
Oh,
I wanted to segue into Kamala.
Well, we didn't talk. Oh, did we ask her about the president? Yeah, we did. Did we?
We asked about Trump. We did not ask about Biden and Kamala.
Okay, go ahead.
How do you feel about the election that took place, Sam?
Happy with the votes.
What?
I'm happy with the votes. Everything.
You're happy with the votes? You know they're still recounting, right?
Don't tell me. They have one person working in Nevada.
Sam, how do you feel about the fact that you have a woman of color in the second highest office in our? You have Kamala Harris as the vice president elect. How do you feel about that? Being a young woman of color, how does it feel to see a woman of color for the first time reach such a high office? What do you think about that?
If they win the recount again.
Oh my God.
BRB, y'all.
All right.
How do you feel about that?
I'm very inspired, and it's like a once in a lifetime thing because it's never happened before. Never even a woman. And I'm so happy that they let this happen. And yeah. One of my friends are mad because they wanted to be the first woman in office or something like that.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, because they're saying like how Biden's going to leave. And then they were like, Biden's apparently going to leave in 6 months or something like that. And then like, she was like, but then she's going to be me to the first woman president.
Oh, because Biden's gonna pull out, and then like Kamala's gonna take off from there and become the president. Yeah, I've heard a lot of people saying that as well. We'll see how that goes. I don't think
that's gonna happen.
Yeah, I don't think so personally, but that is inspiring that you have a classmate that wanted to be the first female president, right? She wanted to be.
Her and her two best friends already have like it planned out that they're going to Harvard together.
Really, Samaya? Harvard. Okay, why? Why do you and your friend want to go to Harvard?
So, we were really bored, so we searched it up one day, and apparently it has like what it's like I think top 5 best schools in USA or something like that.
Something
like that.
Something like that. It was like 5 to 10 or something. I don't remember. And we looked at them and we were like, not Yale and not Princeton. And they're like, oh, wait, Harvard. And we looked at it and it has all of the places like, because I want to do law school. My friend wants to do medical. And then my other friend wants to be a biologist. So there's bio. And then we look there, except the only thing is, it's that bio and law school is on a different side than where medical is. So we were planning to share a dorm, but it may not happen.
Yo, when I was bored, I did a lot of terrible things. When you're bored, you looked up Ivy League schools and planned
it's different, right?
And planned out your future.
Yo,
like,
one time,
what in the world?
That's crazy.
One time she grabbed my laptop and she was like, "Yo, Dad, can I write a book?" And I was like, "What?" And she was like, "Yeah, I want to start a novel." She was like, "Is there like a way I could just write in the thing and just save it, and then like if I have another idea, I could come back and add?" And I was like, "Yeah, I have Word."
He actually didn't have Word. He had a fake Word, and then he lost my work or something.
I had Google Docs and I did not lose it. It's still there.
Oh well, I haven't worked on it for a year because you told me
you lost interest.
No, you told me you couldn't find it.
I asked you the other day if you still want to work on the novel. You said no.
This is great. This is great. Family drama. Our viewership
this is how
just
you
went up.
resolve conflict.
Our viewership just went up when you guys started doing it. Keep it going. Go. Yeah, Samaya, he lost it, didn't he? Go ahead. Let's get to 13.
I did not lose it. You know what? I'm gonna go get it right now. I'm on my computer right now. I'll read
Yeah, pull it and share it. And then tell me why you lied to me in March. Tell me why you lied. Tell me when I was bored.
Aspiring lawyer.
Hold up, Samaya. Yeah. Sean Desmond says Sean approves of Samaya's answers. Is that Wade?
Yeah, that's Wade.
Oh, wait, what up? Samaya airing that dirty laundry on Kano. Samaya, you said you were looking at Harvard. You wanted to go to law school, right? Why do you want to go to law school? What do you want to do in law school?
I want to be a lawyer.
Wow. Do you know what kind of lawyer you want to be?
That's such a dumb question. Why do you want to go to law school?
Lawyer. Yo, Samaya, thank you for that one. And I like how Live like segue out of that. Like he was like, all right, let me just skate on by with that one. All right, you want to be a lawyer? Amazing. Oh, that's great.
What kind of lawyer? What kind of lawyer do you want to be?
There's different kinds of lawyers.
Yeah. You could be like, is there a specific field of law that you want to get into? Like, do you want to be
Christina's Mission, Chapter 1. Once upon a time, there was a dirty blonde-haired girl named Christina who lived on number 6 Palm Tree Lane in Queens, New York. Yeah.
Okay, so why didn't you tell me that in March? Why didn't you pull that page up? Were you too lazy?
Huh? No, yo.
You asked for this.
Maybe I needed my computer that day. All right, you thought about that?
How long it took you to find that?
It took a little bit.
What a lovely father and daughter image. Question. So Samaya, is it what made you want to become a lawyer? Like, what made you like? What sparked you to go for that?
Well, at first, I wanted to be a nuclear physicist, but then that was boring. So then I liked space. I wanted to be an astrophysicist. But then I got in an argument with Daddy, and I got my iPad. I got my tablet back after that argument. He was like, "You know what? You're good at arguing. You should be a lawyer." So yeah.
You remember that time you wrote a really, really, really good persuasive essay on why you should be a ukulele?
Mm-hmm. On why what?
They were gonna make me do piano, and I did not want to. I want to do ukulele. So I wrote a good persuasive writing, and I even wrote about it. And then I remember one of the parts. It was pianos cost a lot of money, and I understand we have one in our house, but it's broken, and it costs $4,000 to $20,000 to fix it.
Wow. So this was
you
your
could just get a
persuasive
ukulele.
so this was your persuasive essay to get out of playing the piano.
But she wrote like a 2-page persuasive essay with like
3 pages and a half. My notebook.
Wow.
It was double spaced.
Right.
So Emmanuel said, if there's anything that grinds my gears more than those who read books, it's those who write them. Shakes the fist at the sky.
You know what, Emmanuel? It wasn't just that Christopher used to read books. It's the way he used to read books mad annoyingly. All right. It's just like we just be at lunch. Come on, yo, you 10 years old. Why are you bringing your book with you to lunch? You just want us to mess with you. Like, you like it.
All my friends have read all the Harry Potter books. I audiobook some because I'm a little lazy. But yeah, we've read all the Harry Potter books, and they read a series called Maximum Ride. They're fast readers, you know.
Wow.
Yo, Kano's. I did not know Kano's sitting on the chair.
My friend's calling me. Hang up. Okay.
Tell them you're on the greatest podcast in the world. All right. Let them know.
Yo, Sam, do you smell chocolate?
I do.
Yo, they making chocolate out there, yo.
They're making the brownies.
Hey, we got a snack after this. Hey. Hey.
That now needs to be a meme.
Hands down. That needs to be a clip. Oh my goodness. That was good. All right. Well, Samaya, we want to thank you so much for joining us. You definitely could hang out with us as we talk more about these things in our next few segments that we're going to be speaking about. For anyone on the chat, we are going to now switch gears. We're going to be talking about the Obama interview with the Breakfast Club, and we're also going to be talking about the recent Grammy nominations.
Wait, now that we got people in the chat,
yeah,
Tyson and Roy Jones Jr., y'all, let us know.
Yeah.
Tyson.
Yeah.
You don't even know who that is, bro.
I know who he is.
You have never watched one boxing fight with me.
So what? I'm sorry. I thought you were talking to me.
I watched the one where he fell off and then went through the gate and then the pitch pins.
Wait, is that wrestling? That sounds like wrestling.
I have no idea what you're talking about. What?
Remember when he fell off the thing and then they did the gate and then the tooth went up his nose?
Yeah, that was a Hell in a Cell, Mankind versus Undertaker.
I knew it had to be wrestling.
That is not boxing.
That sounded like 90s WWF right there. Like,
yeah.
No, but I know who Mike Tyson is though.
So yeah, for anyone in the chat, who do you got? Roy Jones or Mike Tyson? Also, Samaya, you want to let people know where they can find you at or where they can follow you on social media and such?
Follow me at Talented Samaya on, I think, YouTube. I'm not sure if they saved that yet. YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok.
Awesome. Follow her at Talented Samaya. Okay. And if you guys are wondering how to spell that, it's right there. It's her little name right there. See the name thing? Yep. There
I'm in the chat too.
And she's in the chat. Boom. Look at that. At Talented Samaya.
Hey.
Janine, yes. Janine, yes. We got some wrestling fans in here. Absolutely. Janine was just at my house as well. So this is what a joy. I get to see her name again. Anyway, moving on. So that was a joke. But Samaya, if you want to stay with us and rock with us, you're more than welcome to. If you want to go get yourself some fudge brownies, then you're more than welcome to also. But where should we, gentlemen, where should we change gears to?
Actually, I feel like that's not his call. I think like I kind of let you know if you can have brownies or not.
That's true.
I was just saying that she has the freedom to do whatever she wants right now.
You didn't make them, Daddy.
But I made you. You feel me? So like, so that's like, I have
her face.
I have jurisdiction. Okay. All right.
You didn't have to go there.
What a strange comment. What an excellent response, Samaya. Great job. Oh man, if there's time, I want to hear your thoughts on Kevin Hart's new joint. I have not watched it. I didn't watch it yet, Emmanuel.
That joint is trash.
You know what? I heard so that's what I've heard, which has kept me from watching it. I heard it was really bad.
Yeah. Samaya, take care. Thank you for joining us. Everyone, round of applause for talented Samaya.
All right.
Round of applause for talented Samaya.
Talented Samaya.
But you gotta leave the chat on the computer.
Yeah.
See the bottom right with the red button where it says leave?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.
All right.
I'll see you soon.
Thank you, Samaya.
Yo, don't come in my room though.
So, gentlemen, where should we change gears to first? The Grammys or the Obama interview with the Breakfast Club?
Wherever you want to go. Yo, can we before that, can we talk about why Kevin Hart is not funny no more?
I haven't really watched anything Kevin Hart related lately. So Emmanuel is very finds you very funny, Martin. So but yeah, I haven't really watched anything about Kevin Hart lately. I don't know.
Martin, why you think Kevin Hart is trash now?
He has nothing to talk about.
Hold up. It was advertised that he's letting everything, he's airing everything out, and he has nothing to talk about.
What? He's not really airing out nothing. That's, I don't know. That was just.
That's
just good marketing.
Yeah, marketing.
Good marketing.
Wow, it's a rough year for comedy.
It's not a rough year for comedy because Dave Chappelle is back and he is rocking.
Who that?
He's shutting it down.
Who's Dave Chappelle, yo?
Well, Dave Chappelle is on another level, but I think that Chappelle, I think I think he could have done better with his monologue on SNL. Personally, I know
Who's
I talked
Dave
to Emmanuel about this. I don't know why you're saying that. Is there something I'm missing, Kano? Why are you saying that?
I just want to know who's that.
Who's one of the greatest comedians to ever walk the face of this earth? What are you talking about?
Dave Chappelle.
Oh goodness! All right, you're doing this thing that's really annoying where I have to sit here now and figure out.
Oh, you mean
There we
you
go.
mean the motivational speaker who has like a punchline every now and then? That guy?
Yeah.
Oh, he's a comedian? Wow. He's not like a social commentator?
He is
culture and politics.
Hold up,
Like
you can't.
nah,
you can't say that. You can't say that. He's at the stage where he could become whatever he wants. He's like Jay-Z. He could do whatever he wants.
No, because
you gotta respect
comedian. My bad.
Yeah,
I misunderstood. I thought you said
my
comedian.
point. Like I said, his monologue recently on SNL. I didn't think it was that good. What he was speaking about definitely was on point.
I thought that drink was hilarious. Sorry.
I wouldn't say, I don't think it was hilarious. I think also the oh
They didn't
snap,
make brownies.
Samaya is back.
There's no brownies.
So what they were just lighting chocolate candles or something.
But bring me one too.
But yeah, so I don't think that the SNL was that good. However, what he was talking about was great. The messages he was sending was great. And I have no problem with Dave Chappelle using his platform to bring awareness, speak on social truths in the way that he does, because people will listen. He's using his platform. And at this point, he's at the point where he can do that and he's fine. So
yeah, I mean, he's gonna be a comedic legend forever, but it's just like, it's like, yo, you were like the GOAT to me, and now like I watch you, and it's like, so you gonna tell a joke? Or you just
I
gonna
feel
smoke
you.
cigarettes all day?
I feel you. Emmanuel
Like,
said he's not funny because it's COVID and he stayed inside all day. Not
talking
much
about Kevin
experiences to
Hart.
draw from.
When you
Right, he's
wrote that, we
talking
were
about
talking about
Kevin
Kevin
Hart.
Hart.
Dave
I feel like we're
Chappelle's
going into different things, but I definitely want to say Kevin Hart. I agree with Emmanuel on a lot of levels. He's not funny because I don't even think it's deeper than that. It's not just like because it's COVID. It's because he's rich. Like his and you know what, the comedian Ryan Davis, I didn't know how to put my finger on it because I only watched like about 10 minutes of that joint and then I said I'm done. I can't take it anymore.
What happened?
It's just he just sounded mad. He just wasn't relatable. Like people might say, like, oh, he was very pompous. He's very he doesn't relate. He's not relating to the people who actually lost their lives during coronavirus and stuff like that. I just think like, yo, he's just so far above that, and it's cool. It's cool to be far above that. You making money. You doing your thing. You're mad famous now. You have a whole stage in your crib, so you can have a socially distant comedy special in your house. Like you can do that, and and give everybody masks and stuff. But then he starts talking about like how much masks he's bought, and he bought every single kind of mask. He talked about a doorman, like how he had to open the door for somebody.
You know what, Kyle?
He's acting like a doorman, and it was like, all
you know
right,
what,
bro.
Kyle? That's a good observation. In a time when like a lot of people is figuring out if they could survive the next couple of weeks, the last thing you want to hear is like a guy make a joke about how many masks he has available.
Yeah, like that it doesn't make sense to me. And it's just that he's just talking about he's doing what he does best. Like he talks a lot about his life, but I feel like he needs to keep reaching into like his situations in his past life so he can continue to be relatable. And I think that's just that's the full brunt of what Kevin Hart can do. I'm kind of sad that that's what it is with him, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
He's still going to be rich. He's still going to be mad money. He has his hands in many things. He has mad endorsement deals. He's like a brand ambassador for mad things. Like, I think Old Spice. I think he's for underwear. He's like He's like a spokesperson for an underwear company for men. Like, he got money. You know what I'm saying? But like the most relevant thing that you could talk about is how, like you cheated on, like you cheated on your wife. That's probably the most relatable thing he said. Like that, and that was like years ago, in my opinion. Like people can relate, like, yo, how they fell into this trap that so many rich people fall into. You know what I'm saying? So I really don't think that he did he can still be relevant if he digs deep. That's how I feel about it.
Also, here's a really good question. Papa used to be a comedian, or is a comedian, or whatever. Also, I follow comedians, so like I have a really good understanding of how jokes are made. And I asked him, and I was like, yo, do you think it's possible to build a set without working it out first? He was like, I don't think so. And it's like, yo, where does Kevin Hart work on his set? Like, what small comedy venues is Kevin Hart going to work on his set? And the answer is like, we don't really know. So it's like, does he have writers who work on his set for him and then plug him back the jokes that work?
That's a good question.
Like, how's he writing a special without working on it? Because we know Chris Rock will go to the Comedy Cellar, he'll go to the store, he'll go to the Improv, and he'll work. Like you could go on a random night to any club in New York, and Chris Rock might pop out to work on some material for an hour. Dave Chappelle, he goes to like indie, really small comedy venues across the world, and he'll work on material. Bill Burr, all these guys, not Kevin Hart. Like, when does he work on his material?
Good question. Let's shift into the Grammys though. I want to talk about that.
Sorry, Emmanuel. I know you wanted to chime in about it, but maybe we could talk about it another
But
time.
Malik had a
on the
question though
side.
that I thought was interesting.
But Malik said, "How do you feel about him using the N word in the skit?" Who?
Dave Chappelle
What skit?
on the SNL skit on well, his monologue. I'm assuming Dave Chappelle's monologue.
What he said?
That sounds regular textbook Dave Chappelle to me.
Yeah, wait. What are you asking me, Kana? What did he say on the?
What was the joke?
I mean, he said it a bunch of times. Oh, you talking about Aunt Jemima? Oh, yeah, there was that skit. Yeah, I felt like it. I don't remember exactly what he said in that skit. I did think it was kind of funny. But I don't remember exactly what he said for that skit. To me, yeah, like kind of like Kyle said, I feel like it's textbook Dave Chappelle. It's not like anything new from him. And I think the skit was really touching on the whole like cancel culture situation and stuff like that as well.
Which he's had a problem with for a while.
Right, he has. Yeah. So yeah, he said the N word many times, and I think people got surprised. The monologue
But I
was
also
surprising.
think that you gotta think about the demographic of people who's really watching SNL. You know, like I don't think they use that word a lot around those in that time anyway. So it's a maybe he shouldn't have been using it that many times because it might have been like a shock for people. But you know, this is not HBO, it's NBC. You know what I'm saying? So maybe he should have put that into but there's other people who there's other writers in SNL. I'm pretty sure he has his own stuff that he does, and then SNL kind of let it go. But I don't know. That's just my fault.
Oh, because it was on live television. I could see that. Yeah. He ain't stopped. He went from the monologue into the he ain't stopped none of that. So I guess he was just like, I'm gonna do what I'm gonna do on SNL. Oh well.
I have my viewpoints on the N word in general, but I also think that when it comes down to it, like I love the fact that Dave Chappelle doesn't try to censor who he is. It's I feel like that's the core of his comedy. He's unapologetically him, and people who are avid followers of Dave Chappelle would expect him to do something like that. And much to Kano's point, he is very informative, very educational. There's things that I've learned from him in his especially now, he has a different he's doing a different strategy to comedy. So hats off to him. I have no issue towards him with him using the N word that many times. I just know that's Dave Chappelle. That's what I'm going to expect. That's what I'm prepared for. So when I sit down and I watch it, that's what I'm going to get, and I'm going to find it funny.
The great Paul Mooney once said, they asked him why he said the N word so much. He said to keep my teeth white.
Yo, Paul Mooney, man. That guy be wildin', yo.
Yo, Paul Mooney don't like white people at all, yo.
He really does. He really doesn't. But yeah, let's segue back into. You said you want to talk about the Grammys.
I did. I want to talk about the Grammys.
All right,
I want to throw a curveball out here though for y'all real quick.
Okay.
Last night I got lost into this thing, and we haven't talked about it, but I had a really soft moment yesterday, yo. Like I had a moment where I was like, yo, I'm a grown man. Why am I so sad about something that doesn't affect me? And then I woke up and I saw a Quando Rondo video, and I was like, wow, this is crazy because this is real life. So yesterday I was listening to Gilly's podcast, $1 Million Worth of Game. They interviewed King Von. So I got to listen to King Von talk for an hour. It was a very human aspect of King Von. Now, Gilly asked him, like, yo, you know what they say about you on the internet, right? That you a demon, this, that, and the third. And he go, yo, yeah, but a lot of that be fake though. Like a lot of the people make YouTube videos, and it's like, if I really like, he didn't say I, but he was like, if them people really had the bodies that they say, don't you think like we all be in jail? Be like, yo, they just hype it up in them videos. Like they don't really be out there like that. You know what I'm saying? And Gilly's like, yeah, that makes sense. And then he does like a real good thing about like of trying to be like positive and the way that he could be positive, because he's not positive, right? He was very with the business, but he was like, there was one point where Gilly was like, man, this King Von guy's not dangerous. And then Von is like, yo, you play, Gilly, you play. No, I'm very dangerous still. I'm just not on that right now. And it was real crazy. You know that he did this a couple months, like a couple weeks before or days before he passed. And it's like, I felt like, yo, I know we mourned as like a community, but like, it felt more personal, man. Because then I went and I listened to took it to O Block, the video where he's dissing, FGB Duck, and then I go back to FGB Duck's video. I'm from 63rd, and it's like watching them, and now they're both gone, right? And I'm like, that's crazy that they're both dead. And then I wake up, and Quando Rondo got a video talking about, yo, they canceled the show. I was ready to die last night. I was ready to leave my kids. Like I'm ready, but they canceled the show. I'm not running nowhere, and I'm just like, yo, what's wrong with us? like what's wrong with us, man? Like, yo, this is why. Like, what? I had like this moment where I was like really sad that these kids was like dead and that more people might die behind it, and I was like, yo, the music is not even worth it, yo. Music not worth it, man. To be on it like that, it's not worth it, yo.
You did throw a curveball because we were gonna dedicate a whole episode to talking about these things, but
it happened today, though, man.
I know.
I think
I have no problem with you talking about it now. I'm just
to your point about saying that we don't really mourn as a community. I think that is the struggle of many Black and brown people. We don't know how to really mourn. It's difficult for us to mourn. It's difficult when there's so many things that's happening that we see on the media, that just friends. I'm a client. I'm a client. I work with clients that are my complexion, my hue, that will tell me like, yo, my man just got killed. A man just got killed over some stupid stuff the other day. I almost died, because of this situation. It's like, yo, how do we get into these situations? It's like, and it's just that it just doesn't stop. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't stop. And we just got to learn to get up and keep going. We don't have, that's our daily ritual. Like we can't be ourselves. We can't be the way that we need to be. We don't have the time to like at work you have bereavement hours and bereavement time or whatever the case may be. But even when you take those time off, you still got things that you got to do. Bills still got to be paid. Kids still got to get dressed and get ready for school. We still got to protect them and tell them like, yo, watch out for cops. And this is how you're supposed to talk to a cop. This is how we're going to rehearse it. And knowing that they still might not be able to come back home because of that, like stuff like that that's a real thing. And I think like even with King Von, like they don't know how to mourn and they're so desensitized to that lifestyle. Like that is a lifestyle, dog, that they created.
He wasn't a perfect person either. I think my whole point was like I hit this moment yesterday where I was like, yo, why am I sad? And then it was like, wait, why am I ashamed for being sad? Like a person lost their life. Like I should be sad. You know what I'm saying?
You should. Everybody, they should. There's a problem. There's a problem. Like I remember you telling me about like somebody was talking about. You know what? Let's even talk about a more high scale. Like let's talk about the situation with Gucci and Jeezy. We didn't really talk about that on the podcast anyway. Just
by the way, that situation gets really complicated.
It does get very complicated.
You want me?
Deep,
you want to break it down
hole.
a little bit for you?
Yeah, sure. Go for it.
Nipsey's from Rolling 60 Crip, right? It's South Central. Their main rivals is the 8 Tray Gangster Crips, right? From LA, one of the main rappers from 8 Tray is a guy by the name of Lil Sody. I know Lil Sody because I'm really into like LA music. You know what I'm saying? Lil Sody is not like Big Tom, but you know he is a rapper from 8 Tray Gangsta Crip. And I remember there was a time where he was right here and Nip was right here. They was both like local gang artists who would never work together because they're both from rival gangs. Turns out, now I didn't know this. Turns out Jeezy signed Lil Sody to CTE. After so what I'm saying is like he's plugged in, he's a Crip, he's a what you would consider a real one, whatever that means. After the Gucci battle, I seen Lil Sody post a few days go by where he was like, yo, you dissed the wrong guy. This don't got nothing to do with Jeezy signing me. I'm not doing this for Jeezy. I'm doing this for Pookie Loc. Like, y'all dissed the wrong guy. I called the wrong guy a peck. Like, that was the Crip. So it's like, you got this guy now on social media like, yo, we not happy behind what you said. And that could get real complicated. I mean, hopefully it's just like a little talk behind the scenes, a little, you know, where Gucci could be like, yo, I got carried away, man. Because, you know, they did try to, you know, attack Gucci first. So he could say, yo, that was some closure. I never really dealt with that situation. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully the other side could be like, all right, man, just, you know, chill out. You know what I'm saying? And you'd be like, yeah, I'm not on that, and hopefully it resolves. But
that joint is crazy, man. That joint is wild. That's just
hip hop is so dangerous.
It's a very volatile and dangerous aspect, man.
Why do we want to do this?
Well, I mean, I'm not trying to get into that crowd though, but I mean, if we do run into that crowd, I definitely would love to talk to them and chat with them at one point.
I would not want to talk to anybody who's on that time.
I also feel like I'm seeing that. I don't know if y'all are seeing this. I feel like the older generation is trying to reconcile with how to they're trying to figure out how to deal with this new generation of rap as well.
Because I think what happened is, I think our generation and the one before it, like, yeah, it was violent, but the rappers wasn't the killers. Like the rappers was the rappers. Like you rapped about what you seen. Like like, you know, how many bodies does, you know, I don't know. Like 50 Cent was the gangster rapper, right? Like everybody wasn't built like 50. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like that was the thing, right? Now it's like you don't even got to be a gangster rapper. You a shooting rapper.
Yeah.
Everybody got a gun, and it's like, yo.
But also like, there's this aspect where it seems like all of them are just.
Bro, a rapper just got killed in San Francisco today.
Who?
Today. Like, it's just they drop like flies, bro. Rapping might be the most dangerous profession in the world.
They're very different. They're very different now, though, bro. They're very different. Like dudes is like
But to answer your question, I think that's what it is. It's not. It might be a fear. Yeah, it might be a fear. Like I remember there was this guy, from my neighborhood. You know, he went up top and all that. He was like respected, and everybody was like, oh, he a G, he whatever, he this. And I remember like somebody was like praising him or whatever, and he had like this conversation with him, and he was like, that I got to hear, and he was like, yo, I'm not God, homie. Like, y'all gotta stop acting like that. Like, don't like, don't show me that reverence, because all you doing is you just putting a bigger target on my back, and I could get touched by anybody. Like I bleed, like how you bleed, like how he bleed, like, and I think this new generation figured that out. Like everybody bleeds, and
Yeah.
everybody's up for play.
Right. And I think that the older generation is trying to come to terms with it. I think it's hard for the older generation to face the younger generation. And the thing is that they I mean, and I'm not here to be overly like hypercritical of hip hop or anything like that. But I think that the younger generation would look at the older generation like, you stupid, because your music and influence led to what we're doing right now. That's what I feel like. And I feel like the older generation, I feel like the older generation is trying to figure out how do they tell, no, agreed. But I think the older generation is trying to figure out, how do I tell these younger cats that they wildin'? But they're gonna look at me and be like, "No, bro, you're wilding. You set the pace for what I am now." You know what I mean? And I'm not saying that that's true or not.
I think my favorite way of going about it is like JoJo Capone. I don't know if y'all familiar with JoJo Capone, but he's from Chicago, and he used to run with True Life in Saigon back in the day.
Okay.
He actually used to run with Dipset. Had a fallout with Jim Jones, which led to the Jim Jones True Life beef. And it turns out that he's like Baby's cousin somehow. So he runs with Cash Money now and all that. And you know, he's from a gang out in Chicago, but life got to him. Life got him. You know, he lost his son to gang banging. Like I think that's what happens when you get older, right? When you 18, 19, it's easy to be like a demon, I think. Because you don't even think about your own mortality. When you 40 and your kid that you raised died to like senseless gun violence because he wanted to be like a quote unquote demon, you know what I'm saying? Like his approach is different. It's like he's like, I don't get mad at the young kids because I used to be them. But like I do tell them they wasting their time. Like there's nothing here, man. We don't own nothing here. Like this is what's really happening is we have unresolved trauma from our childhood.
Yeah.
Like I used to be like, not me, but him saying, he's like, I used to be a shooter. I know. I used to be scared. That was my way of coping. So I'm not going to tell you not to do nothing because nobody could have told me at that age not to do nothing. But I will say this. It's not, you're not going to gain nothing from like that lifestyle.
But here's the thing. Usually
but they're not hearing it. The little kid's not hearing it.
Right. But hold up. But one of the things that you said today, what's this dude's name that he was, because I saw it too. He posted like, oh, I'm out here, but you know, I did a show and I was ready to die. Rondo. So like usually,
my son said I was ready to leave my kids last night. That's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. Like that's different, bro. That's something. That's another level of a disconnect with reality. That's a whole nother level of it's like you're living a disembodied life. Like you're not in your own self. You know,
you're living in such a form of the right now that you don't even see the consequences. Like you say, I'm about to leave my kids. Like you don't understand like how deep that is. Like you say, you leaving your kids, that's deep. You know what I'm saying? Like you're leaving your kids without a father for
like your priorities are messed up.
Petty. You know what I'm saying? It's a total like what's up with that? Like that don't make sense, bro. That's stuff that so like there's something missing that is not or being ignored.
Yeah,
it's not being registered right now.
But bro, it seems like it seems like I can't say like it's all of them. But it seems like there's this culture where that's the case. Where
Yo, guys, you
that's
give me 1 minute because I gotta set up the fight for my dad.
Yeah, go ahead. There seems to be like a culture where that, that's the case. You know what I mean? Like, it's not just Quando Rondo, it's this culture that has come up that majority of them are in agreement with a statement like that. Like, and that's what I'm trying. I don't know what it is. I feel like we've entered a different time that we never saw coming. And I don't know, bro. I feel like, the old heads can't really talk because the young heads are gonna look at them like, yo, you stupid. Like you got successful off of the stuff that, the stuff that you were talking about. I'm living it. You got successful off of that, and now I'm living this, but it's, yeah, man. I like you said, it's a type of living in the now that is completely disconnected. Like, I don't know, bro. Like, there's something to be able to say, like, yo, I'm ready to leave my kid. Like, and I saw the video, like he's just smiling and laughing, like, you know what I mean? Like, and the crazy thing is, he's not really saying much. He's just repeating words over and over again, like, with his peoples are surrounding him. It's like,
and they all encouraging that activity.
Yeah,
but I think that it also speaks to. So I feel like a lot of times, sometimes we talk about like, the music that's being made. Yes, I do think that it has something to do with. I do think it has maybe even a lot to do with it, but I also have to say that it has to do with the environment as well.
Yeah.
The location of where you at, the like there's a lot of impoverished. Like, I don't know if you remember. So me and Alive, we go to the same church, and when we first started going to the church and became members of the church, we went to a conference out in I want to say it was in St. Louis.
Yeah.
And we basically was tasked with going to different areas in impoverished neighborhoods in Chicago, I think, as well, where we ended up having to pick up the litter, clean up some places and stuff like that. And we came as a whole team of people. And I thought that I was living in a really bad neighborhood. I thought I was living in some place where, man, like, if I don't, like, one slip, I might end up getting killed, or I might not end up joining this whole concept of camaraderie and gang violence and different things like that. But when I went there, I was like, what in the world is this? I don't remember. I remember me. I was in Englewood.
Oh, that's a wild place.
We was all different locations. I remember the bus took us to Englewood, and we
I remember
cleaning up the trash there.
I went to North Side, which is supposed to be safe. I kind of wish the person who told me that it was safe wouldn't have told me it was safe, because I kind of had my guard down a little bit. And I remember walking around and being like, being from Brooklyn, being from New York, like, being able to recognize the neighborhood and go, this ain't that safe. Like you see the crackhead pushing the shopping cart, you like, no, that don't happen in Manhattan. It's not that safe. And then, it ended up being in this part, there's a GD territory called Day World. And I remember going to the Bodega Dolo because my family was eating and my daughter didn't want no food at the restaurant. So I was like, let me go to the bodega or the corner store. So I went off the street, off the main strip, down to a bodega, and basically what they call over there lacking. And it was, they was like, yo, bro, like, where you from? And I was like, I'm from New York. And they're like, yo, you tweaking? Like, you by yourself? Like, yeah. They're like, no, don't do that, man. You get hurt out here like that. And I was like, are they helping me, or am I like about to get robbed? Like, what's happening? Like, I wasn't sure. But it was crazy because by everything, by all standards, that was the good part of Chicago. so like, I didn't feel all that safe. So then, like that experience, like I did not want to go to Englewood. Like there was like a couple of spots that was on my list that was Southside Chicago, but I was like, nah, man. I feel like if I don't gotta be there, I don't gotta be there.
I remember us even offering. There was this I think it was a dude that was yelling on the side like, "Yo, what y'all doing here?" It was like we're just picking up trash as part of a church and whatever, and we was trying to evangelize, share faith or whatever, and he was like, "Yo, this never
speaking to the
happens."
mic, Kyle.
I'm sorry. They were saying, "Yo, this never happens to me. Like this never happened to us before. I don't even know how to react." Like I really thought that we was about to get mobbed out by because I think we was wearing like these blue shirts. So I guess he thought that we was Crips or whatever. So he was like, "I thought that's what this was about," and we were like, "Nah, not at all." And that's crazy, yo. That like so it speaks to the environment, yo. It speaks to the environment. Like, yeah, maybe the music doesn't help, but I don't think music is the main issue. I think the deeper issue is what is really going on in our government that you're not really helping helping like you're forgetting the people that in these territories that are trying to like fight for some sort of stability. And this is the type of stability that they think is fine, where they can say they can leave their kids to go and to possibly get killed in a war that has nothing to do with the children or him. Like it doesn't
I
even
didn't
make
want to get
sense.
that deep because I do want to do the drill episode, but I felt weird and I wanted to tell y'all that like I felt weird for feeling bad that this person had died, and I
You
thought it was
shouldn't.
weird. And I felt bad.
Nah, you shouldn't, because you're a human
That's
being.
humanistic, bro.
Yeah, like that's real. You should. The lack denying that is really what's gotten us to this position now. Because while I do agree with you, Kyle, like it is huge systemic injustice and poverty and all of these things that have built up into a mountain upon generations that essentially end up leading to this, um because it's not in other communities that this happens, but the difference from what I'm seeing here is that I feel like the music has built up a culture and has been used to build up a certain type of culture and line of thinking and way of being that the artists are forced to adopt.
Do you want to know what's one of the best segues ever?
Tell me. Can't wait
So
to see it.
while I was in my rabbit hole yesterday, Chief Keef and King Von and all of them are from a project called Parkway Gardens, right? Also known as O Block. I heard about this?
Yes.
Do you know who is from Parkway Gardens?
Tell me.
Michelle Obama.
Wow.
But by all reports, Parkway Gardens in the 60s was so different from what it is today. Like, it was a working class community, and you wouldn't recognize it. If you were to take someone from the 60s and drop them off in O Block today, you would not recognize it. Like, it's only called O Block recently because one of the members from over there named Odie got killed, and they named it O Block after him. So,
Right.
it's the Parkway Gardens. And I think that's crazy.
That is
Michelle
crazy.
Obama is from there.
That's a good segue. That's good. I do feel like we do need to take some time out to like. There's a lot I want to talk about. I guess we save it for our next episode. But yeah, let's talk about that. Barack Obama, his book, and the Breakfast Club.
I do want to just acknowledge Wade. Shout out to you, people like you, Malik, Emmanuel, and all that. Appreciate the comments and in there. I've definitely been reading them. I have not listened to that podcast, and yeah, it is wild that now we're the ones looking back to help the kids and stuff like that. And thank God Kano got home safely. I just wanted to acknowledge that. We're reading it. We're not ignoring you, you know. But yeah. So we segue in. I'm sorry, Martin.
Yeah. So just the other, I think it was like last week. The Breakfast Club came through. First of all, I gotta say I'm proud of Charlemagne, Angela Yee, and DJ Envy. They came through correct, man. This is the former president of the free world.
What's the first interview I remember them that like went viral, that popped to them. So this really shows their growth. It was the Ray J. You remember the Ray J interview they had?
Yeah.
When Ray J fat, and he was like, "I got booty goons." Remember that? Yeah, booty.
Yo,
man, they really came a long way, yo. Since then, they've had like presidential candidates. They've had the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan on there. They've had those two pastors, the guys from what's that church that's mad popular? The one they just kicked out one of their pastors. It was like he was like Justin Bieber's friend, but he was a pastor. Oh man, what's the name of that church? Hillsong.
Oh, yeah, I didn't know they kicked out one of the pastors in Hillsong. I didn't know.
Yeah, because Hillsong, because he cheated on his wife or something like that, and he got excommunicated or something like that. I don't know.
And they had an interview with him on the Breakfast Club.
Well, before all that happened, they've had Hillsong. I'm saying like they have had growth. They've had mental health professionals on it. Like they've really come a long way. They took that Ray J booty goon moment. It just really grown, yo. Like they.
But yeah, I to Kano's point, it's amazing. Like they got the former president of the free world, and they came through correct. They look like they were presidential, very presidential for this interview, man. And Obama's promoting his new book that's out. I'm contemplating on copying the book after seeing some of that interview. And there was a lot of hats off to Charlemagne and DJ Envy not shying away from the hard questions and the funny questions. So about Obama and his lifestyle and what he did or didn't do for the Black community. So yeah, guys, what's up? Talk
my
to me
about it. My favorite question was off mic, the DJ Envy moment. Y'all know.
Yeah. they only apparently I think they only mentioned it in that 10-minute clip where they were taking radio stuff, right? Like,
yeah, I haven't seen it anywhere else.
Yeah, I haven't seen it either. But I actually
heard it on the radio, so I didn't know that it was on the internet.
Apparently, Breakfast Club, this was like their 10-year anniversary, so that's a big way to.
So it's been 10 years since Booty Goons?
I guess so. Yeah. And
Booty Goons is crazy, fam.
A what goon?
Yeah.
You know what's crazy about that Ray J story is that like everybody who was there was like, that never happened. Like nothing he said happened. Like, yo, he made it all up.
This guy's hilarious. But I thought it was a great interview. I did appreciate the questions that are digging deep. A lot of the questions were things that
what did Obama do for Black people?
Right.
That's just a tough question that I didn't think they was gonna ask him.
Right.
Yeah, it was the only question on my mind, and if they were they gonna ask him. And
Did you
I felt
think
like Charlemagne asked him like 3 different ways. I wasn't expecting it, but I should have known. I should have known the Charlemagne.
Yo, when Charlemagne said when we hold our tongue to these white people, for these white people, who are we protecting? Us or them? I was like, Charlemagne going in today, yo.
Yeah, he was in rare form.
When he was rare form, this is Charlemagne's form all the time. Like I'm just surprised that he did it with Barack Obama. That's all.
That's what I was going. I love that Charlemagne keep the same energy with everybody. It's Barack Obama. Actually, I take that back. There's one person he don't have that energy for. But he keeps that same energy with mostly everybody, yo.
Who's the one person Barack you don't have that energy for?
I tell you. Barack Obama was like, oh, I've never heard of this guy. And it's like, yo, that's Obama. Charlemagne is wild.
Nah. He was just making a joke with it.
But he got that same energy. It's that same. He don't play. There's one person he don't play with.
Who?
He played with everybody. He played with the goons, the presidents, but there's one person. It's the Minister Louis Farrakhan.
Yeah, it makes
sense.
But
I think that has a lot to do with his dad being a member of the Nation of Islam when he was younger. So that was like his figurehead leader for a while in his very influential adolescent stages. So it might be like really hard for him to look at him in any other light.
To step out of that.
I mean, I feel like it's hard to even take that with Louis Farrakhan. I feel like how would you like? I don't know. I just feel
also
like
he got a whole paramilitary with him, right? So it's like
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say Beans too.
I'm just saying like he just has he just Louis Farrakhan's character is just so like.
Nah, he had that energy with Beans. He was acting stupid with Beans.
But I felt like it was a good interview. I felt like it was great questions. And I'll be honest, I wasn't mad at Obama's answers. I would like to see the statistics that he's quoting for myself. I know I've seen some of them. No, I'm not saying that. I want to be able to speak with confidence on this topic. You know what I mean? Especially in this day and age.
When Papa was crazy, he shared the statistics too.
Right. I would just like to see. There's some statistics that Papa didn't share that Obama did point out, and I would just like to see those too.
Yo, I know we heavy on the Trump hate on this podcast, but I gotta give this man his flowers on something, man. Obama said, yo, we did a lot of things. We did all these things, but we just never went out and publicized it. And in my head, I was like, well, why not? It works. All right, look, it worked for Trump. Maybe I should have set aside a little bit of the budget for marketing about all the great things we're doing. Like, you know what? Come up with an alliteration. All right. Healthcare everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Just that's a rhyme.
Healthcare everywhere.
Try some of that.
Go hire Cano.
Try some of that, yo, because it's working for Trump. Okay,
yeah. I mean, it's so much so that Trump can claim that he's done all these different things when it's all really on the coattails of Obama.
Like if Barack did a State of the Union address and he was like, look, I'm trying to pass some stuff, but Switchy Mitchy over there, he keep blocking everything. Right? Like, I'm just saying, it will work.
I'm trying to pass these bills, but gotta deal with Switchy Mitchy.
That's what I'm saying.
Sitting in the Senate, sitting on his high chair. Switchy Mitchy's living in a glass house.
That's what I'm saying. I don't know why your presidents are so on point.
Yeah,
but not like, yo, all right, maybe not like that, not exactly like Trump, but yo, go out, tell people. There's no reason we should be finding out that you lowered the unemployment rate by like 7% because of Trump. Like, we should have been knew that. You feel me? Like, if I had that information before.
I mean, he did say that. He said that in one of his speeches. He was like, well, they're gonna say, that Obama didn't do anything, but just remember that you heard it here first that I've done a lot, and they're gonna take up here. And then he's like, he said, "No, peace, I'm out of here." Like, he literally did say that in his speech. Like, remember, I said that they're gonna take all the credit. This guy's gonna take all the credit.
Here's also another thing that I've heard a lot about concerning Obama. I've heard a lot of negative things that he has done. The whole recession thing where they bailed out the banks instead of bailing out the people. There was a lot of things I heard about that. And also, the fact that I do think Obama does have some type of care about his legacy and how he's remembered. And you could call that selfish, or you could call that the fact that, the first Black president's legacy should be something that is fought for and cherished and upheld for future generations and examples of future Black presidents.
Well, that's something he said verbatim.
Right. And that's what I got out of this interview as well.
He was like, I'm not afforded a lot of the freedoms that maybe the next Black president will be.
Right.
I sacrifice myself for the next Black president.
Right. And at the same time, you write a book to protect your legacy as the first Black president as well. You know,
I don't see a problem with that. That's not selfish.
Agreed. But
do more of that.
That's how he, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like it could be seen as selfish, or it could be seen as, you know, you have to do that in order to protect that first. It's like if Jackie Robinson was some, you know what I mean? Like he mentioned Jackie Robinson.
I just hate that we still have the kid gloves on. You know, like I said it yesterday to you guys off mic, where it's like, yo, I just want him to be like when Charlemagne goes, yo, who are we protecting? He should have been like, yo, you know what? You're right. They don't like me because I'm Black. That's why they don't like me.
Yeah,
all the conservative states don't rock with me because they are direct descendants from the states that seceded for the Civil War.
Yeah, but bro, like
you think they don't like me because I'm from the South Side of Chicago because I'm Black? You think they don't like me because I'm a constitutional lawyer because I'm Black?
But at the
I'm
same
going
time,
Black.
All right. Are you gonna let me? Are you gonna?
I'm just saying, like, when we gonna keep it a buck? Like,
I feel you, but at the same time,
Barack, not because he wants healthcare for everybody, but because he's Black.
Kentucky, they don't rock with Barack. I got all these haters. I just feel like at the same time, even Charlemagne said, like, yo, I think that's just because someone called up, like, yo, I wanted Barry. Like, I wanted the real, like, we got Barack, but I wanted Barry. But it's like, you know, Charlemagne was like, yo, I think this is literally how he moves. Like, this is who he is, you know, like,
so that way no one can say
that's his swag. He's just a careful individual of how he speaks and what he says and all these things.
And
you know?
and that just goes to show that's how, like, that's how it is for Black people in general anyway. People of color.
Agreed.
They have to watch their P's and Q's.
Right.
Because then next thing you know, if he does go full on Barry, then they're vying to crush any kind of good backing that he had before. You know what I'm saying? Like anything that's good that was about Barack Obama is gonna go down the drain because everybody's gonna remember when he had a meltdown at the Breakfast Club. That's how they're gonna put it. Oh, he had a whole emotional anxiety meltdown. And it's based off of and they're just gonna twist.
Well, here's the thing. But at the same time, look,
you're right.
He
can't do that.
At the same time,
somebody should, man.
Yo, but at the same time, you can't confine someone's character. If that's how he rocks, like if that's just how he moves, like that's his stilo, like to like I just speak in a more political type of way all the time. All right, fine. Do I think that he's like that with Michelle? No, nah, I'm not. But
I think my point is that
like you can't say he's not real. You can't say he's not real for that.
No. I'm saying, but somebody.
I think he's really real for that. I feel like that is speaking to every black man and woman that is in any kind of form of work or policies or whatever. When I'm at work, when I'm at work, I have to know that the way I move, people are looking at that with much more scrutiny than if somebody who is of another complexion or who is white.
I've been doing it on purpose.
They're gonna move a certain way as well.
No,
so it's like, oh, he might have yelled, like that white dude might have yelled, but nothing big comes out of it. But if I do, it's a completely different thing. So you know what? It could very well be Barack Obama feels the way that he feels, he rocks the way that he rocks, he moves the way that he moves. That's just who he is. Or it could be the fact that he's getting it. He might have been moving. And honestly, if you really look at it, the other way, if you've seen the movie Barry, it's mad boring. It's a boring movie about Barack Obama when he was in college. But one thing is for sure is that that Barry is different from Barack, and Barry is he has to move a certain way. Barry can't be Barry. You got to be Barack. You got to move the way that he has to move to get to where he needs to get to, man.
I'll be doing it on purpose
but
at
that's
my
how
job.
it is.
At my job, I'll be doing it on purpose. I'll be like, I talk, I use a little extra Ebonic sauce. Like I use like a little extra, like urban type of slang.
No. So I want
Like
to tell you guys something.
at
Man.
my job, just because I just want to see how they react too.
I
Like,
want
it's
to tell you
like,
something, man. So I went to school with Joe and Kyle, whatever, and I'll say this over and over again. College was a shock for me because from like kindergarten, pre-K, all the way to 12th grade, even the first 2 years at BMCC, majority Black and Hispanic. I get the Baruch, there's a lot of white folk, a lot of Asian, a lot of white folk. It's not a lot of Blacks and Hispanics. I'm cool. I'm kicking it, right? And I'm being me. I'm not even like being extra saucy. I'm just being me. I had a professor like pull me by the coattail and it was like, yo, and I didn't like it. I did not like this one bit. He was like, yo, you might be the only Hispanic that these people see today. Like, yo, stop acting ratchet. Like, you the only Hispanic. So what I do, I go outside, take my YouTube, put the volume all the way up, and I was like, Mitch caught a body about a week ago. You know what I mean? Just doing all that, man. I was like, no. I'm not gonna make nobody comfortable in here. Now we all uncomfortable.
That's real rap. I mean, like I feel the same way too. I feel the same way too. I did that too at AHRC. Like I remember I was doing like there's this person out.
you don't gotta say where you worked.
I don't care. AHRC NYC, and I even say the manager's name.
Kyle, stop.
I say the manager's name.
No,
I'm ready.
sound like you banging on me.
Don't do that.
You sound like he was like HRC, ARC. All right, yo.
AHRC NYC where the manager, and I'm only gonna say because Allah told me not to. I'm not gonna say it, but they were looking at me. They were looking at me. There's a bunch of white people that was doing nothing in that job, not a single thing. They sat there on their laptops and on their computers, typing away on stupid forums that had nothing to do with their job. And in the last 15 minutes of their job, that's when they did stuff. And then they would cover up for them. But the moment that I say, you know what, I'm gonna put up my music a little bit while I work, I get called into the office. Oh, you're being ignorant and to stand the third, calling me stupid, calling me all kinds of different things. I go to HR and nothing gets done. Trust me, bro. There's a different kind of lifestyle that though with it, and I'm not mad at Barack Obama for being Barack Obama. Even
that's the elephant in the room, though, because it's like we like, oh man, he the first Black president. What? That's a great accomplishment. What a celebration! And then we turn around and go, well, how did Trump come about? We have to figure out what's going on in this country. How did Trump happen? It's like, yeah, because people mad because he the first Black president.
Yes, but also there's a lot of people that have been ignored. Even under Barack's presidency, there were a lot of people that were ignored from these states that hold weight, like no matter what. Because one of the other things that Barack said in that interview was that votes matter, right? And here's the thing: one vote in Iowa is like 1,000 votes in California. So you keep ignoring these states, you keep ignoring these people that are falling into poverty and losing their jobs as well and stuff, and they have voting power. Oh yeah, you're gonna see the wrath of them. That plain and simple. Now, I'm not saying that to defend Donald Trump or anything like that. It's just people vote out of desperation also. And here's the thing: each party has done a terrible job of truly of really serving the coastal cities, but not serving the middle of the country, essentially, that has been losing their jobs for years. And yes, they were absolutely mad that there was a Black man in the White House, right? So yes, hands down. But there's just also truth to that as well, you know, that you can't ignore for 1 second. And here's the thing: yeah, you're right. We, you know, like Kano's mentioned, like You know, like it would have been nice for you to brag about some of those things that you did for black people and stuff. But at the same time, it's like, yo, Trump did it. See, and it's like, but at the same time, Trump was an anomaly. Trump was before Obama. So like, I'm
But
sure
he spoke-
presidents after this
but
are
he
gonna look
spoke
at
in a
Trump
way-
and be like, oh, there's good things that we could do that is kind of Trump-like, but not in a morally corruptible way. So
because he spoke to
I agree
people.
with that.
He got people
But the thing
interested
is-
in politics in a way that they wasn't before.
Right. But the thing is that you didn't have the example of Trumpism, you know, to go off of. And it's, especially as being the first black president, like that's navigating that, the amount of stress that comes with just navigating that is incredible. I can't even imagine. So I don't blame him for not you know, having his you know, promotional team be more on top of what he did in those 8 years.
I just be getting tight when we be like, yo, what did he do for
Your
black
internet's
people?
messing up
Like,
alive.
we be like, what did he do for black people? We be like, yo, his first administration, we didn't even know if he was gonna make it through 4 years without being killed.
No, you're right. I think that we are a bit too I'm hearing feedback. I think we are a bit too what's the word? Like we point the finger a lot with it. We're like prying into that. Now we have the right to ask questions and hold politicians accountable, hands down. But I think like what he said, like there was a hype, there was an expectation of the first black president and what he would do. Rightfully so. But at the same time, it's like you're dealing with what you're dealing with, and politics is not, you know, it's you know, a president sometimes, depending on how he plays ball, like he don't have the type of power to just flip everything on his own, you know. However, at the same time, there are some really questionable decisions that he made, and I just wonder if that was a part of but there are still questionable decisions that he made that I don't.
Insane.
Yeah. It's your internet is jacking up right now live. I do agree though. I think that Obama might have done there's a lot of things that is questionable that he did. And once again, shout outs to Lupe Fiasco. You know, I didn't know that Obama, some of the things that he kind of exposed Obama on in some of his songs, to say that he was very anti-Obama. I was like, oh, I see why. And I didn't realize, you know, just like the bombing, was it in Syria? I think it was.
Gaza Strip was getting bombed. Obama didn't say.
Yeah. So he kind of put me onto that, you know. So I definitely want to I definitely believe that he was wrong, but I also think I also want to say that one thing that people was trying to call him on the Breakfast Club, DJ Envy was like, well, Trump gets to do whatever the heck he wants to do, and then Obama replies, well, he's going against the Constitution. And I said this to you guys off mic as well. It's like, yo, this is like, you talk about how this systemic injustices that's happening in our Constitution, the same Constitution that you still want to uphold when you're trying to do something, when you're trying to do some things for Black people, and now when you're getting called on it, that's like your answer. Oh, well, you know, Trump wasn't following the Constitution. And it's like, well, homie, if anybody shouldn't have been following the Constitution, it was you, since you're Black and you believe that there was no systemic injustice, and believe that there was systemic injustice in the first place. So, like, yeah, and Trump is right. Trump is completely right. Like, yo, I'm gonna fight tooth and nail for what I want. That's the American way. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm fight like the stuff that he pulled off, he wouldn't have pulled it off if he did not had to bend a couple of arms for that. He fired people, let go of people, put new people in that's gonna
Yeah, but it's not like he was doing that to further an agenda. Like most of the times, he was like trying to protect his ego.
Oh, either way, what I'm saying is it happened. That's my point.
But here's the thing,
that's not the American way, though. Like that.
Yeah, here's the thing. Here's the thing. Obama's a constitutional lawyer.
I meant to put
right?
quotes in that. Sorry.
So he's going to he's going to uphold the Constitution. Like his way of changing things is amending the Constitution, right? That's what he said. He was like, we do have a system in place. It's called amending it. So that's like changing certain things in there. But he believes that the Constitution works, or like he wouldn't have he would have been called it out. He believes in the Constitution. He just thinks it needs to be tweaked to include everybody. You know what I'm saying? So like he thinks that you should do things in a way that that like is there's rules. You know what I'm saying? You gotta it's a process. You gotta be able to make changes within that process because we are not like in a monarchy or authoritative state. Right? We in a republic where like we got to come together to make changes.
I feel you. I feel that. I feel you. But I don't think there's much. I feel like there's not much that what you guys would tell me that would say like that made me feel like.
Yo, but Martin, remember
right on that.
Remember, he's not. Trump came after. No one. What example did Obama have up to that point? You know what I mean? Like it's not like Obama was coming in now after seeing everything Trump did.
When he was signing executive orders, they was getting mad at him.
No, what I'm saying is that because we're comparing it to on a scale of like, oh,
he's getting mad at
Trump
who?
Did it? If Trump did it, why couldn't he do it? But
or the right-wing politicians and commentary were like, oh, he's the executive order president. He does whatever he wants without the Senate.
Yeah. I do remember that. Yeah. And then of course,
but they were doing that with Trump too. I'm just saying, like, yo, he had he had the energy, like Trump had this energy about him that said, yo, I'm gonna make it happen. And if it doesn't work, this like he's doing the same thing right now with the elections.
We're on 2.5 hours.
He's on. Oh wow. We're gonna have to land the plane. All right, so let me just shut up and just say this. I'm just saying that no matter what you guys tell me, I'm just saying that if Trump did a whole bunch of things to, whether it's to protect his ego or whether it's to further his personal own agendas or whatever, it was done. It's now solidified, and it's there's policies and everything that proves that it worked. And there's not much you can say to me. Like if let's say, like, people saying that Kamala is going to be like Biden might step down and make Kamala be the president or something like that. Like, people think that's a prediction that's supposed to happen. I'm expecting Kamala to have that kind of energy too. You know what I'm saying? I'm expecting that situation to happen as well. So, and that's just my point. Like, have the energy. Like if you really was about like making, if you really about making changes, have the energy to do it. Don't let anything stop you from doing it, because it didn't stop Trump, and look where we at. That's all I'm saying. But anywho,
Grammys.
Want to talk about the Grammys?
Yeah, what do you guys want to talk about the Grammys?
Well, I have the nominee list here.
Sure.
That would have been the smartest thing to do, man. I don't know why I didn't think about that. You smart, Live.
Thank you. So,
well, there's been a controversy from both sides. Right.
So for best
in R&B.
For best rapping song, I'll read R&B next, but for best rap song,
can you send me that?
Sure. I'll put it in the group thing.
This is nominations, right, for 2021?
Correct.
2020.
No, 2021.
It's January
2021.
31st, 2021.
What? Oh snap!
They released the nominee list. So for best rap song, we have "The Bigger Picture" by Lil Baby, "The Box" by Roddy Ricch, "Laugh Now, Cry Later," Drake and Lil Durk, and "Rockstar" by The Baby featuring Roddy Ricch. So Roddy Ricch is up here twice. And "Savage," Megan Thee Stallion featuring Beyonce. So that's best rap song. And then we have best rap album, which is interesting. Black Habits by D Smoke. We're at number 25, best rap album. So yeah, Black Habits by D Smoke. Alfredo by Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist. A Written Testimony by Jay Electronica. King's Disease by Nas. And The Allegory by Royce da 5'9". Now, R&B.
Which number is that?
I'll tell you right now. Hold up. R&B, number 17. Actually, no, not the performances. So best R&B song, number 19. Is Robert Glasper featuring HER and Michelle
What are you doing right now?
Degacello.
Best
Number
what?
19. Number 19, best R&B song. So Better Than I Imagine. So those are the writers.
That's really crazy. They have no.
Black Parade by Beyonce. Collide.
No Summer Walker, no Weekend. Like, this is really crazy.
Collide by Tiana Major and Earth Gang. Do It by Chloe Haley.
Yo, hold up.
And Slow Down by Skip Marley and HER. Now best hold up. I guess we'll just go best R&B album, number 21. Because I don't know what a progressive R&B album is. But anyway. Because it says the album's 51% playing time of newly recorded progressive vocal tracks delivered. Let's just go to R&B. So number 21, best R&B album. Happy to Be Here, Aunt Clemens, Take Time, Giveon, To Feel Loved, Luke James, Bigger Love, John Legend, All Rise, Gregory Porter.
I know Aunt Clemens. I know Giveon through you. Luke James, I know through my wife. These are actually some really good heavy hitters, some really good singers. I'm not really mad at this list.
But it's not the people who should be here. Like Weekend and Summer Walker. Some people were throwing out Division's name out there. Snow Allegra. Although I don't think she really had a project out this year.
You should just always give Snow Allegra something.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
well,
Gina
okay.
Aiko.
I guess with the work that they put in, maybe they deserve to be on that list. But Luke James can outsing most of these cats that you're talking about right now.
But is his album that good? Because we talk about. Listen, everybody thought After Hours was going to be it. Like, everybody thought it was The Weeknd locked in, and he's not even nominated. Like, yo, if he would have got nominated and lost, it would have been seen as a snub.
So all right. Here's my thing. Now, granted, when it comes down to R&B, I haven't really been.
And Summer's not here?
I've been on hip hop for a minute. So R&B, I haven't really been on it like I'm supposed to be, I guess. in a situation, so maybe I'm the last person to be talking about it. But Summer Walker, although good singer, really, really good, but I just think that if you hear most of these cats really go at it, and they had and these guys, like these guys aren't even like Giveon and like Luke James been doing this for years, and I don't even think he ever got nominated for any Grammy. Luke James has been out here doing his thing. It's the fact that he's got best R&B album. It took him this long to get there. Is a crime in of itself, because the man is talented. You know what I'm saying? So like, just I could speak for Luke James. I like Giveon. I could speak for him. Like Summer Walker, like, and I guess I'm going off a base of talent that I've known and I've heard. She ain't blowing like how these cats are blowing. She ain't singing the way these cats be singing. So I don't know. Maybe it has to take. Maybe I have to take into consideration the full body of work, but just off of talent alone.
But Summer had one of the biggest songs this year.
She does. I'm pretty. I'm sure she did. I think that maybe, did she even get any song? No, there's nothing with songs. Nope. Not even a single. She got
no Gina Aiko. Like, it's crazy.
Yeah, Gina Aiko right here, Lightning and Thunder, best R&B performance.
Is Kalani on there?
All right. Nah, she's not. I know Kalani is not on there. Yeah, she's not on.
But that's hip hop. I mean, that's R&B. That's like, I don't know, bro.
I'm a little. I'm like I said. I'm probably a little biased on the sense that I just think that there's good talent. And then there's like extremely great talent, and some of these guys deserve to be on here, man.
And in rap, like, I'm not mad at the rap nomination, but the person who should win is Lil Baby. Like, if we keeping it a buck, is Lil Baby. He had the year. You know what I mean?
I don't even see where he at though.
Lil Baby, he's not there. Yeah, he's not there.
Best rap song.
For what?
The Bigger Picture.
Bigger Picture?
Lil Baby. That's the only thing though.
Yeah, man, come on. Listen, that's like a real big album.
I'm sorry. I'm not even mad at this list. This is the first time I'm not mad at a best rap album list. Lil Baby, I haven't heard that much from Lil Baby. Every time I have heard Lil Baby, I did not like his music anyway. So me personally, I'm happy that I mean, like, yo, come on. D Smoke has been grinding since
bro, I'm not. No, we not. Listen, D Smoke does not deserve to be up there.
I don't know much about D Smoke. I gotta say that
really out here saying that though.
I don't know much about D Smoke, but I gotta say that out of the new kids, for some reason, I lean towards Lil Baby more. I like.
If we randomly poll 100 people,
and I love that song, The Bigger Picture. I think it's an excellent song.
Before this list comes out, obviously there's no way of doing this, but before this list came out, if we were to take people and poll them, right, nobody would know who D Smoke is. Unless you watch Netflix. That's where you know him from, is Netflix.
I do feel like the album
and to that I say, so what? What's the point? What's your point on that?
That's part of the Grammy nom. Part of it is influence. It's not just body of work. It's influence.
I do think that as far as best well,
like the best rap albums don't always, like Nipsey had the best rap album in my opinion in 2018. But Cardi won because she's the bigger artist. Was I mad a little bit? Yeah. Was I wrong? Yeah. Cardi should have won. Wow, because she's the bigger artist.
Nah.
That whole album is plaqued out. It's plaque after plaque after plaque.
No, bro.
I heard that I do feel like what's his name is missing from here.
Lil Baby, none of these people. It's the only person that probably people might know is probably Nas.
You don't think people know Lil Baby?
No, I'm saying people. A lot of people know Lil Baby, so that's why it's surprising that he's not on here.
But
listen, y'all, you're talking to me who never even gave Lil Baby a chance. I heard was it Babysitter with him in the Baby, Lil Baby and the Babysitter, whatever joint. That's the first song I've ever heard with him featured on it. The man is garbage. I'm sorry. The man is trash, yo. He trashed me.
Have you heard the bigger picture though?
That's what I'm trying to say. Once when I heard the Baby, anything that has to do with Lil Baby, I completely.
You ready for the hot take?
Ignored.
You might just be too old.
I agree. I'm trying.
It might just not be for us.
I'm trying to like it.
And
I'm trying to like it.
I tell you what,
you know who I like? I like Roddy Ricch. I'd rather out of this whole list right here.
I'm not gonna lie to you. This is kind of what it feels like. This list, not this one, but the best album one. The best album list look like it's for old people. It looked like old heads did it. Like Jay Electronica's on there, bro. Like it looked like the old head list.
Some people were saying, what about people like oh goodness, they're Benny the Butcher, his album not being on here and stuff.
I definitely replace some of these albums with Benny the Butcher's album. That album was fire.
And what's
but
that?
It's for us. We're like older. I don't think Benny the Butcher appeals to kids in high school right now.
So
who run the culture.
None of these do.
When we was in high school, we ran the culture. We bumped Lil Wayne. Lil Wayne was the biggest artist. Listen, yo, hot take. From the age of 14 to 21, dictate who everybody else listens to.
I agree. That's actually a really accurate. Actually, that's an accurate ballpark.
That's not a hot take. That's an accurate.
I believe that's very accurate.
Right. So my whole point being that best album list, I don't think 14 to 21-year-olds were like, yo, listen, that Benny the Butcher. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel like that's.
But
for me and you, 97 Hove. When you hit 97 Hove, you like, oh, this is crazy.
But I like don't. But with these cats are putting real body of works out though.
Right. I think it's a different category, man. And that's what I think we've been asking for. Like, it has to be two different categories.
What body of work Lil Baby really got that could stack up to Freddie Gibbs and The Alchemist?
Stop. Lil Baby got the album of the year. He should have album of the year. The album he put out should be album of the year.
You telling me that the Allegory doesn't trump anything that Lil Baby puts out?
The Allegory is a better put album for me and you. When we go to the club, I'm not listening to the Allegory, fam.
But that's the thing. There should be a balance of that. Then there should be a balance of all of that. Maybe
it's not a record on the Allegory that make me that gonna make me want to drip. Like,
and honestly, at the end of the day, like there's too many of that. I think there's too many of that, and that is the old person.
and that can't be the defining aspect.
Well, Lil Baby called like too hard,
right? Like, I don't have to.
Like you be like, oh.
To me, that don't.
Are you listening?
No sense. That to me, that doesn't make sense.
I do.
It needs to have a balance. King's Disease kind of has a little bit of that balance because he has who he got on there, Fabio Foreign, and
that would be a hard record if Nas wasn't on it.
Wow.
All right, now you're giving hot takes. You need to relax. Like,
wow. But I'm saying
I didn't say that.
But let's talk about people. Let's talk about people of today. The box, that's a fire record.
Fire record.
Rockstar, that's a fire record. Savage remix, that's a fire record.
Fire record, correct. These are all
Laugh Not Cry Later, fire record.
Yep.
So I'm not even knocking. Like maybe he has a good. Maybe these guys got good singles.
It's like
but
they
when
got
you got a whole body of work.
It's like they got the 14 and 21-year-olds, and they put them in the room. It was like, y'all pick a song, and then they got all the old heads. It was like, y'all pick albums. That's like two different groups came up with the nominations.
So what? I'm glad that this is the list because there's so many times that these people getting snubbed. The whole you went back. You said about Cardi B should have been winning that she didn't even write half of the stuff that was on that album.
So what? That don't got nothing to do with nothing.
All of that stuff. Maybe with a little help, but everybody. Yes, it does. Yes, it does. Kano, we wilding right now. We about to fight on this joint. We about to fight on this joint. Give me back the chair.
No, it don't. Hold on.
Give me back the chair, man.
Send that chair back to me.
Hold on. I don't even want to fight because I this needs to be well thought out. Hold on.
Yo, what group is Benny the Butcher? Griselda. There you go.
If the product that comes out is almost perfect,
it's not though.
Yes, it is.
Oh my God, you wildin'! You serious? Cardi B's Invasion of Privacy was a better body of work than Victory Lap?
Invasion of Privacy.
Of course, it's going to be more money because it's full of
every single
music.
Song chart. You are bugging. That's
It's full of songs. It's full of songs.
That's subjective.
You know what? Let me just say that it's full of songs that's very easily be able to listen to.
Go make an Invasion of Privacy because it's not that easy. It's not that easy. I'm telling you, it's not that easy to make charting songs.
It isn't. This is why Cardi B shouldn't get the respect that she got. It's not easy to make charting hits. She didn't make them; someone else did, and she's the personality behind it.
No, but
what are you talking about?
Them. That's the same thing with Drake. Everybody with the Drake ghostwriter. All right, so get Drake's ghostwriters and do it better than Drake. I bet you can't.
I bet I could.
No, you can't.
I bet I could, because I'm hungry to make it.
I'm so mad my computer just froze.
Message.
Yo,
you wildin', Kano.
Nah,
you wildin' for respect right now. That's crazy. Invasion of Privacy, a better body of work than
100%.
I think Vic Mensa should have been on here.
Yo, look.
That's another cat. That's another cat that should have been up on this list.
Hold up. So now you're gonna tell me everybody's
more
bugging?
Deserving.
Hold on. So for all these are all genres, right? This is where her album ranks. All genres, not just rap, just all genres.
You know
Capital
we can't
Extra.
Okay.
Capital Extra gave it first. Entertainment Tonight gave it first. The Ringer gave it first. The staff at Rolling Stone gave it first. Rob Sheffield at Rolling Stone gave it first. Time Magazine gave it first. All genres, not hip hop.
And I want to let you know.
Billboard.
I want to let you know how many did she pay for? How many of them they pay for? How many of them did she pay for? I said it. Yeah, I said it. How many did she pay for? How many did her team pay for? How many did her team pay for her to be first? Stop it. Stop it. There's a game. It's a game on this.
I'm not going to say that there isn't, but I really can't see you because my computer froze again.
I will say. I
see you again. Listen, no. Yo, Joe.
Yeah.
I don't know what I was gonna say, but you felt like you was interrupting me.
I was trying to say something.
I don't remember. I'm mad. I'm legitimately upset right now.
But
at least he got better. He got 2 nominations. The Bigger Picture. And what else he got?
Bodak Yellow is on. That's why he got number 1. Bodak Yellow. Y'all can't make a Bodak Yellow. There hasn't been a song as big as Bodak Yellow since Bodak Yellow.
You're bugging. It's big because I'm admitting to all that you're saying. It is charting. There might be other reasons why it's charting, but it's charting. I'm just saying we cannot give
By the
You
way,
cannot give all the credit. Like you can't do that. You can't give all the credit to Cardi B for
this is exactly how I
what?
envisioned how when we talk about music. By the way, this is exactly how I thought we would talk about music.
I think that
Look, they had to make a lane for them.
We're not talking.
Best
We're not
melodic
talking
rap performance.
We're not talking best lyricist.
They had to make a lane for them, son.
If this was the Source Award, and you said best lyricist, I would have been like, "Hey, Nas, yeah, cool. Benny, Royce, cool. Cardi can't be best lyricist because she don't write her stuff. Cool, I agree with that. But best album, who cares who wrote your stuff? No, I don't care. Is it a great album? Yeah. Do all these records go off in the club?
Okay,
they do.
All right. Look what the best rap album says. It doesn't say Black Habits by this songwriter, that songwriter. It's by D Smoke. That's the same thing that happened in 2018. It's Invasion of Privacy by Cardi B. Not the songwriters that attribute to it. And when she collected that Grammy,
artist, son.
When she got that award, no songwriter went up there, no producer went up on there, no one. It was her. That's the point that I'm trying to make. She don't deserve that kind of love. At least as a rap out, yes, it's a personality. Yes, it's somebody who puts out songs. Yes, whatever. She's big, and I respect that she's big. I respect it all because she's done a lot. But she's done a lot for her personality and just who she is. I just love how real she is.
She's a brand.
The fact that she don't.
She's a
I
brand.
love the brand. I get it. She has a lane. But she got no Grammy.
She got 2 #1 hits on that album.
She did not get a #1 hit.
I like it. And Bodak Yellow a #1
hit.
You understand how hard it is to get a #1 hit? I think Jay-Z's first #1 hit is Empire State of Mind. That's how hard it is to get a #1 hit on Billboard. Jay-Z's first might have been Empire State of Mind.
But we also got to attribute it to the fact that this is a whole game that is being played. It's a whole game.
So why is she playing it better than anybody else?
Right. And that's my point. That's why I'm hyped that somebody that D Smoke, Freddie Gibbs, Jay Electronica, Nas, and Royce the 5'9" is getting their flowers before they die.
It's a great list. If this was like Hip Hop DX's album of the year, if this was the Hip Hop DX Awards, I'd be like, "Oh,
good night, Kano. Good night."
Grammys,
they deserve a Grammy.
Not for the Grammys. Are you crazy?
Wait, but Jay, in your mind, Grammy deserves
influence and popularity is a big part of getting the Grammy.
I understand that, but
can you cross over? Do you have mainstream appeal? Does D Smoke have mainstream appeal?
Yes, he does. Yes, he does. Yes, he does.
He don't even got all culture appeal. We don't know who he is. Does Freddie Gibbs got mainstream appeal?
Give him a little bit more time.
Jeezy says no.
Do that.
Does Freddie Gibbs got mainstream appeal? Jeezy says no.
You know D Smoke is you're wilding. D Smoke has that kind of appeal. But he chooses to stay in that lane.
Does Jay Electronica have crossover appeal? No, he does not. Does King's Disease? Does Nas? I don't even think Nas is that popular outside of culture right now.
He's trying. And even if that's the case, we're not so like
Royce the 5'9" might be the best
rap album. We're talking about rappers. We're talking about MCs. We're talking about if we're talking about best crossover artists. Okay, sure, Cardi B. But we're talking about rappers, my guy.
I gotta go look at 2020. 2020.
Because the thing is, that's a hard thing because it's like, is it best body of work by the artist that you judge it by, or is it best thing that, because a whole lot of terrible music can have crossover appeal and cultural influence and be charting, but it's a terrible song or a terrible album, but people love it. Like, and it gets the streams, it goes in the club, it bangs in the club. You know what I mean? So therefore, should you give that Grammy to that person who produced over someone?
Yeah. How is it perceived? Does it go off at parties? Like, is it record of the year at parties too? Not
So
just in your
there,
headphones.
so there's no place in the Grammys for artists who don't do that.
Sure, like most underground, do something like that. Independent, I don't know. Figure that out.
But
they're
wait,
not
now that's
independent.
wrong. Yeah, that's wrong because now they define what rap is. Rap is defined by do you bang in the club?
Hold on, I'm trying to find.
Do you top charts? You know what I mean? When growing up, we never thought that way. Even though a lot of our favorite artists did chart, but I felt like we were in a different time. I felt like we were in a different time.
Bro, that's like if in like 1998, like when you look for album of the year, somebody's like, yo, what about J. Rule the Damager?
Nomination.
You'd be like, oh yeah, J. Rule the Damager is nice, but no.
But that, bro, come on. Come on. No. Nas King, you can't compare that. You're still talking about people that put out some heavy stuff. I am shocked.
2020
I'm shocked with people. I'm shocked that people like Jay Electronica and Royce the 5'9" made it. I am shocked at that. However,
just to give y'all like a little bit of a reference,
so I would agree with you. I'll agree with you on this. We got number 4. Best. I was looking for this. I don't know where I was trying to find it. Best new artist. Best new artist encompasses what you're trying to talk about. It's like when I think about best new artist, I think like, is it going to knock in my headphones? Is it knocking in the club? Is it like the demographics of people who's listening to it are people listening to it and they're loving it and they're putting it in their on heavy rotations on Apple Music and things like that. Like best new artist, maybe D Smoke shouldn't be on that list because you're right. He did not give 110% one like all across the board 100 like yo I got songs like this, I got songs like that. Like it was straight hip hop for black people to empower to empower the black culture. And
you want to know what that really is?
Megan Thee Stallion, I would say Megan Thee Stallion deserves the best new artist list. I'd say that. You know what I'm saying? As much as I don't really bang with Megan Thee Stallion like that, I do see the hustle. Her family members were dying left and right. She got shot in the foot, you know, like, and yet she's still coming out with songs. She's still in WAP in WAP. I feel like
why'd you say it like that?
Cardi B could not have gotten by
shot in the foot
without Megan Thee Stallion being there. That's how I feel. I feel like she deserves best new artist. You know what I'm saying? She has songs where it knocks in people's headphones and it knocks in the clubs. It knocks here, knocks there. Everybody's listening to Megan Thee Stallion, and nobody cannot deny the fact that they're listening to. They got at least one Meg song on there. I have like 2 or 3 Meg songs on my playlist of music. So
you know what I really think the D Smoke nomination
I don't know about Lil Baby. I don't know nothing about Lil Baby, but I don't know that D Smoke don't deserve to be on that drink because he doesn't make that. But best rap album, yes.
You know what I think the D Smoke nomination is? It's politics. It's the Grammys pivoting over to Netflix, going, "Yo, we got a good relationship. Let's strengthen it."
Okay. Whatever it's gonna take to get that good music out.
And that's trash.
So you're Sean
said Kyle just went Kingpin.
So Jay, you're fine with the best rap album following what hit top charts only.
Look, no. You look, D Smoke doesn't belong there. That's all I'm saying. 100%
artist or best rap album.
Best rap album. D Smoke does not belong there. D Smoke does not belong there.
I don't know D Smoke, so I can't call it.
But Gibbs, sure, Gibbs has a real
listen to his album.
Work. Gibbs, sure. Nas King Disease, I'm a little half and half on it. Yeah. Okay. I mean, I'm not mad at it. The only testimony by Jay Electronica, no. I don't think.
Yeah, I was gonna. I agree with you. I do agree with you. I think
and
that
Royce, of course, I think
albums,
Royce should be there.
If you were really saying what you're saying to me, Kano, and you feel like there were older heads that kind of chose the albums, I would not have chose Jay Electronica amongst the great selections that we had.
But wait, hold up. But Jay, you're confusing me now. Do you think that best rap album should follow?
You ain't let me answer.
You did answer.
No. I was not done. So
okay.
I don't think that those albums, I don't think D Smoke should be on there. Jay Electronica should be on there, right? So
okay.
Royce, Nas, Freddie, cool. But you still need Lil Baby there because it's a mix, right? It's not just the really dope records that don't have the influence. The influential records should be there. Like, if we look at like 2020, right? I feel like, 20 is not a really good year because I don't really like the albums here. But you got Dreamville, Revenge of the Dreamers. That was a lukewarm album, but J. Cole got you. Meek Mill, Championships. That was cool. 21 Savage, Corday, and Tyler. I just think 2020 was a bad year. We go to let's go 2018. Kendrick, Damn, Jay-Z, 444, Migos, Culture, Rhapsody, Layla's Wisdom, Tyler the Creator, Flower Boy. That's a good balance. And Kendrick wins, right? Same, it's the best artist. It's the top artist. Royce is dope, but he's not the top artist.
So what
see what I'm saying? Lil Baby should be there.
How do you think we got here on?
I need to hear this album because you're going too hard for this man.
No, I will say I lean towards Lil Baby. For some reason, I personally I lean towards Lil Baby. Like I think he has some of the best features. I think he has some of the best flows, and I got a lot of respect for him after that track that he made. Why am I forgetting? I was just saying it 50 times. The bigger picture. Yeah. After that song, I had a lot of respect for him. So I really appreciated it. So I wouldn't be surprised if his album is actually dope. But
I'm a little mad. I'm looking back at this now, and Travis Scott Astro World wasn't on here, and that should have been, last year.
So my question is,
it should have been there for 2018.
My question is, why I think this Grammys best album of the year list looks like this. Because it's not chart toppers. It's not chart toppers at all.
Lil Uzi should be there.
But hear my question. Like,
you talking about the Lil Uzi Future album?
Nah, the Eternal joint. Eternal will take.
Never heard it. I thought you talking about the Lil Uzi versus Lil Uzi versus with Future's album. That was it Future or 2 Chainz? I don't remember. But anywho, that's how trash it was.
I haven't heard that album.
That's how trash it was to me because I don't even know if it was 2 Chainz or Future.
It's Future and Uzi's Pluto and Baby Pluto.
But why do you think?
Oh, Pop Smoke too should be on here.
I can see that. Although I haven't heard his album, but
it's not all that good, in my opinion.
But what?
It was a dope album title, though. I love that album title. But
but Kano, like you're just going off of what charted right now.
Kind of, yeah.
That's what you're looking at. So So should there be? I have 2 questions. Should there be a whole separate section of chart topping club bangers and best body of work?
That there haven't been before. You've been able to mix the 2 before.
No, but it's never been this far of in rap. It's never been this far of a divide.
I bet I was bugging. Travis Scott Astro World was there for 2019. I just can't read.
Okay, so yeah, it's never, rap has never been this far, this much divided this much.
Yo,
so you were able to have a best rap album. Yo, all right, I'm done. I'm not gonna ask you any more questions.
Go ahead.
I don't want to do a podcast. No, I don't want to do a podcast anymore. I
Nah.
quit.
See what you done did.
Nah,
This is my
Tyson about to
public
fight.
announcement.
This crazy. Go ahead. My bad. I'm sorry.
No, I would have been had the answer for you. I would have been done with you like 20 minutes ago if you would have just answered my question. I've been asking the same question for this
Do
whole
I
time.
think that pop charts should dictate it? Do I think they should be separate?
No. Should be two separate options. Best body of work and chart topping club bangers.
No.
Because here's the thing, in the past, yes, it was able to be mixed for best rap album, but the thing is, rap has never been so divided before. It's never been like this.
Yeah, it has.
No, it hasn't, bro. Kids. Not like this, fam.
Yes, it has. There's always been an underground. What are you talking about?
But you see, you consider these guys. You're saying that these guys are underground. I guess I
think you could stop sharing screen, by the way.
I get why, but like I don't even think that I really don't think there is such a thing as an underground anymore. Like it's not, that's just not how things are anymore. So, and rap has never been so like where you have like a Royce to 5'9", you know, and you know, you know, the Lil Uzi Verts, you know, so
yo, Royce getting a Grammy over Lil Uzi Vert, it would be crazy.
But that's my point. Like
that might be what happens too. I think D Smoke might get the Grammy.
Can you really mix something like this? Like that's
should.
The thing. Can you really?
Because it's best rap album. What's more important in rap culture? And I guess that's the part we disagree on. Like Kyle thinks is the body of work itself. I think it's the body of work plus the influence. The numbers matter.
The numbers do matter.
Do people care about this great body of work?
Right. And I don't necessarily think that. I think
Are you barring me to death?
I think in rap, there is.
I'm sorry. Can I say this? I think that I think that body of work matters more on an album than it does for like, okay, if I was a Grammy moderator and I was trying to choose the perfect albums for the list, I'm looking at body of work. I'm looking at every single song. How does it connect with me and with other people? I'm gonna do my little background, my little research or whatever. That's me, because I think the body of work in of itself is what's going to make it. That's why I think back in 2015, or was it, I don't remember which year it was, but people were like expecting Beyonce to win album of the year, I think it was, but instead it was Esmeralda Spalding that won that year. And they were like, who the heck is Esmeralda? Who the heck is that? No one knew who the heck she was, but that's because her body of work was a better cohesively was a better body of work than whatever came out that was supposed to be front and one or shoe in for the Grammys, because you got to look, because I feel like the body of work matters more. Now, if you look at singles, if you look at tracks singular by itself, like best performance, then you have that's when those people who you're saying like has the influences and the numbers shine, because honestly, they wouldn't have gotten the numbers for the albums if the single wasn't popping in the first place. If the singles wasn't popping in the clubs, wasn't popping in bumping in the cars and whatever, or wasn't charting numbers in on Apple Music, it would never have gotten
the album would never gotten those charted numbers either, because it's the singles that drove it. So I understand that. That's why I'm cool with the fact that somebody like Lil Baby and The Bigger Picture, because if this song knocks everywhere, he deserves it. He pushes that, which is why I think, like, if Bodak Yellow was the driving point of why Invasion of Privacy was going got the nomination, it's the single that we're looking at that makes it that puts it in that territory.
But it's not just
and
Bodak
the,
Yellow. It's
and the
also I
influence
Like
of
It.
that person.
It's also the 3 other records on there, I think, break top 10. It's not just one record. And that's really hard to do on the album. That's why that's
Are you talking about Lil Baby, or you talking about Cardi B?
Cardi B.
Okay.
And I will say that I don't think that when it comes to music, when it comes to rap, there's a culture of, write, if you're a rapper, write your own stuff. But I think that comes more from our generation than it does from this generation. This generation doesn't really, who cares who wrote it? I'm gonna make my money. It's got to be dope. I'm gonna make my money. I'm gonna let these lyrical rappers stay broke. Like that's kind of the mindset. Back in the day, for us, it was like, oh, Lil Wayne got a ghostwriter. Oh my gosh, like, he's mad fake for that, but we still bought his albums. But this is not in music in general. For example, Michael Jackson had writers for his music, and no one would ever talk anything about Michael Jackson.
Right.
Jackson did not write Thriller. Michael Jackson.
Let's stop. I'm sorry. I feel like I'm cutting Joe off a lot. We're talking about singers. We're talking about singers now.
Michael Jackson, low key.
For instance, Beyonce
performing rap is like that.
Let me calm down. Let me chill because I 110% disagree with what you're saying, but I was about to yell and I'll be like, no, let me just shut up.
It's not the same.
Let me finish. So Michael Jackson arranges his stuff. So he writes the lyrics, right? But he arranges it in a way to make it appealing. He arranges it with notes. This is like the stuff that Beyonce does, where she puts in different harmonies, she puts in different kind of voice afflictions. She goes to a tenor and then moves up to maybe a soprano or an alto or whatever the case may be. Like that is what will evoke those like to the left, everything you own to the house, to the left, or whatever the case may be. Like, it's a Neo record that Irreplaceable is a record that Neo wrote, and it kind of sounds like Neo, but the arrangement that followed by after that to create it made it what Beyonce made it. It somewhat does not have much to do with lyrics as much as with rap, where with rap,
you still got to deliver it. You still got to deliver it.
I agree with you. You still got to deliver it, but delivering it and arranging it is two different things. It's two different things. You can't sit here, Kano, and tell me that you can try your best to arrange a song, but if you give it to Justin Timberlake or Beyonce or some sort of powerhouse singer, that you could do a better job. But Beyonce can't do the same thing that you're doing.
What did you just ask me?
If you cannot arrange a song the way Beyonce can arrange a song.
I 100% can.
Okay. All right.
Can I sing like B? No.
You're now you are downplaying.
No.
Michael Jackson and all of these big artists are doing.
Nope, you got me messed up, bro. Like, I know music theory. I can. Like, I literally can. Joe is frozen in time, but I literally can.
Yo, Joe, you need to get your internet back, yo.
Did you see him?
That should be the album cover for Daybreak.
That's crazy, but I think I can. I would like to say yes.
So you can know all the music theory in the world,
And I'm not saying
but
I'm on
you are
Beyonce's
not.
level.
You are
What
not
I'm
on
saying
Beyonce. That's what I'm trying to say.
I'm
but
saying I'm on
but she's
Dream's level.
But
I'm
she's
on
not,
Dream's
but she's,
level.
Listen,
And Dream
but Dream
wrote
is not on
these
Beyonce's
songs.
level neither. What are you
But
talking
Dream
about?
wrote those songs. Like Dream writes those
He
songs.
wrote
Dio
them.
writes those
He
songs.
wrote them, but he did not do like if Dream was like, yo, I'm gonna put this piece of work and give it to somebody else that is Beyonce or something like that. But we're gonna stick with the Beyonce thing. Beyonce is going to do things that is completely different to make it Beyonce. You cannot do what Beyonce does. Unless if you're doing it like she is a talent that she has that makes
Yes,
it
you can
hers.
though.
That's like how Beyonce
You could give
really
the same
do it, like how
the
Michael
same
Jackson
record
does it.
the same record you would give B, you could give 3.
Nah, bro, you're bugging. And they will do
And
it.
it'll be
You
a
know what?
hit.
As a matter of fact, they'll do it 2 different ways because Rihanna has a different way of singing as opposed to Beyonce has a different way of singing.
The same
My
record.
point is,
If
my
Party
point-
wrote
my
the same
point is,
record,
no,
if he
you
wrote
a
work
rap
for
song,
B, it would be the same
if
record.
you wrote a rap song,
It's the same
if you
record.
wrote a rap song and you said you gave that joint to Rihanna or Beyonce. And I want to say Beyonce because Beyonce is getting coached by Jay anyway. Because if you listen to the Carters, you hear what she's doing. But if you give it to somebody like Rihanna's not going to do it, not going to pull out the same emotion because she's not a rapper.
Yo, did Joe leave?
Yeah, he probably did. He probably did, but she's not a rapper. She's not gonna do it the way that you do it. She's not gonna do it the way that Joe does it or how I do it. We look at it differently. This is what I'm trying to say. Like it's a
Can we continue this debate? Because Tyson.
I'm sorry. I know. We really going
like
far.
A cultural moment for the world.
I'm sorry. Yeah, you gotta watch that. I don't have the ability to watch it. So
you can stream it or go on. I'm not gonna say it here because I don't want to get on YouTube taken down again. I'll text you.
But anywho, I'm sorry, y'all. This is what I love.
This guy crazy, and you know what?
This is exactly how I want it to be.
I think Party Next Door could write the same record, give it to Kalani, give it to Gene Aiko, give it to Rihanna, give it to B. It's the same song all 4 times.
You know why? Because they all sound the same.
Yo, I'm leaving. Yo, goodbye.
They all sound the same. They also the only person that probably sound a little bit different is Kalani, probably, but that's about it. They all sound the same. Summer Walker can sing a whole lot better. She's a strong singer, but she brings herself to the level of all these other singers. Sorry.
Yo, you wanted a hot take? Here's a hot take. I think singers overrate how important singing is for a record.
Say that again.
Singers overrate how important singing is for a record.
All right, we're gonna have to start here.
It's a fact. It's a fact. It's why Summer can have a hit record. Because is Beyonce one of the most talented singers in the world? Yeah. Can you argue that? No, you can't. Like what she does, performance-wise, no. Does that always matter on a record? No. That's why J-Lo got hits.
Okay, I got you. I understand that.
Because singing is super overrated.
But
records.
But to say that, I feel like we're going way over. Let me just stop here. I have a rebuttal for that.
We having a part 2. This has to be.
This is what I love. I feel like we haven't budged above 5 in a really long time, but this is exactly why I wanted to do this podcast for conversations like this.
This is exactly how
this is
go every time.
How me, Kano, and Joe be going at it.
Joe got so frustrated he left.
Yeah, and he froze too. He froze and left. So we are the Can't Focus podcast. We are 2/3 of the Can't Focus podcast at this moment.
If you watching, go listen to the reference tracks that The Dream did for B, the reference track that Party Next Door did for reference tracks. You know what I'm saying? Go listen to them and then go listen to the actual records and see if you think that Kyle's right and they put like this magic to it. Or if you think like Yo, he could have gave that record to Mariah and it would still be to the left, to the left. He could have gave that record to Mary J and it'll be work. You know what I'm saying? So,
I feel you. Please do that. I 110%.
Can I tell you, low key? I know for a fact Alexandra not watching, so I'm
yeah, because you're not even typing nothing. She would have been she would have been on it. You would have been on it.
I was in the beginning. I was tiptoeing, and when I realized she was in here, I was like, "I'm going all out."
Oh my god! I'm gonna fast forward it to 3 hours and whatever minutes we got. Just
Don't do that.
Part. But she probably would agree with you on some areas. It's me that feels that way. But she anyway. I'm not going to get into that. But we are the Can't Focus podcast.
Thank you.
I've been trying to end this for a minute, but my pride is holding me back. So with that being said, I'm just going to say all the things I need to say right now. If you love the content that we have, if you love what we're doing, please don't forget to give us a like, a subscribe, a share. Any little bit counts. We're really trying to get to 100 subscribers by the end by Christmas. That'll be an amazing Christmas gift for the Can't Focus podcast if we get to 100. If we get 100, what are some things that we get, Kano, if we get to 100 subscribers?
We get to change the link, and now it's just YouTube/Can't Focus podcast.
And that's what we want. We want to make it easy for everybody. Like YouTube.com/Can't Focus podcast. That's what we're trying to do. So with that being said, please, if you have any
one of my favorite debates I've ever had.
Indeed. I really love this this debate.
Please show love so we can keep doing this, because this just gave me energy for the week. Joe Alive, gave his Cash App. If you would like to donate to our podcast efforts, please do so on Cash App using $ Joe Arroyo Jr. That is $ Joe Arroyo Jr. It is in the chat. And if you really love what you're hearing and you want to see more of it and you want us to continue, we need technology, we need content, we need cameras, we need laptops and all types of other stuff to kind of edit. So please, if you can, just go $, Joe Arroyo and Cash App us some cash, bro. We gonna make it work. Lastly, if you have any, go ahead. Snoop Dogg's performing for the thing, and he got a doggy style jacket and a doggy style shirt, and it's really fire.
Oh snap!
And by the way, hot take, we should talk about this again. Doggy Style might be the best hip hop album ever. Period.
I gotta re-listen to it. So if you're feeling what we're doing as well, and you got some ideas to make it better, please send an email to can'tfocuspodcast@gmail.com or send us a DM on Instagram on @can'tfocuspod. And with that being said, I believe next week we're going to talk a little bit more about that. I guess we're going to continue our debate, part 2 of our debate.
We have to.
And we're also going to get into I think we're going to talk about the Chicago drill scene. I think that's what we're doing next week.
Yes, sir.
So please stay tuned. If you're into that stuff, please stay tuned. Tell all your friends. We out here, Can't Focus Podcast. I go by the name of Martin Hopeful. You can find me at Martin Hopeful.
It's your boy Kano at Kano Music. And don't forget to follow Alive Raps at Alive Raps.
And Can't Focus Pod at Can't Focus Pod on Instagram.
Thank you, Emmanuel, for rocking with us.
Most definitely. With that being said, this is the Can't Focus Podcast. Thank you for taking the time to focus on us. Peace.